Alright, so last time, yeah, I remember this now. Last time, we had knocked out the quest for the lady that was cursed with 4 little imp friends. We took care of that staff for her, got rid of that nasty little problem for her. We're about to turn in the reward, retrieve the reward, rather. Which is very nice. And that will presumably resolve this quest entirely. So once that's done, we have a cave to explore outside the city. We have... Let's see, we gotta go back to Breville to report a successful thieving with the Thieves Guild. We, of course, have the Leyawiin Gate here to knock out. Oblivion Gate, that is. Once we resolve the situation with the Nocturnal Amulet, or the Eye, whatever it's called, the gem, we'll then also resolve this issue with Mazoga. And then... we need to find, right, Degale's father, or at least where he was. So that's outside the city. Here's the Savior. This is in the Imperial City. Yeah, that's Imperial City. So, let's see. This is back at the Imperial City as well. So yeah, we have a bunch of things outside the city, including the Oblivion Gate. So maybe that's what we'll go for. We got Coral. Okay. Yeah. I think we got our marching orders. So let's go and turn in this quest real quick.
You've done it.
You've done it. But yeah, it's pretty much gonna be a matter of us deciding what out of town thing to do next. I think really I would just do the Oblivion Gate because it's outside of town technically, but it's pretty close by.
I don't see any scamps or the staff.
That's right, it's all done, lady.
As promised, here's the ring. I bought it from a shop in the Imperial City many years ago for an ex-lover of mine. He ran off with someone else, so now the ring belongs to you.
Now we're her lover.
The owner of the shop called it the Ring of Eidolon's Edge. I think you'll like it.
It'll help us edge. That's good. That's good. I could use help edging. Thank you, lady.
Farewell, and may you find your way home safely each night to a warm fire.
To a warm fire. And a warm something else if you catch my drift. Anyway, anyway, moving on. What was that ring we got? Let's take a quick look. It had a cool sounding name to it. By the way, do I have... yeah, I still have that equipped. The right rings equipped for my current build. This one. Block and Blade. I mean, those are both things we like. That's actually pretty nice. It's also very valuable. With so many of these rings, like, it's like, that's good, but I don't know if I like it more than having reflecting damage and better defense. Although, you know, Block and Blade is not a bad thing to have. So if I want things that help with my melee types of things, maybe this is a not half bad way to do it. So maybe I will not sacrifice, but I'll switch out the shield ring in favor of this bad boy. Because, of course, less defense, kind of a bummer, but more blade and more block. The blade, obviously, aspect speaks for itself, but the block aspect might also help when it comes to being better at defending, because my block skill, also, look at all that damage we sustained. So, now our blade is looking like pretty hot, pretty hot and pretty hype. And really, Mysticism is the only one that I've really been neglecting, and I have been neglecting it. For me, Mysticism is a hard school to cast regularly. Alteration is up here, obviously. Destruction, obviously, is amazing. Conjuration, like, so many of these things we're doing pretty often. But yeah, Mysticism, it's nice, and I'm glad I have it, but yeah, I will confess I don't have to need it all that often. Part of which is that there's no intervention spells in this game. Elements of Intervention, Divine Intervention, and those I think are pretty big Mysticism spells in Morrowind. So because of those not being here and a bunch of other Mysticism spells not being here, I just don't really have much need. Yeah, block is now 53. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Although that means it is at 40, I think. So we got a ways to go before we get to actual 50, which would give us the next level of experience, like some of the new ability. Actually, speaking of which, speaking of Mysticism, I do have this. I should just cast it every so often because that will help raise it over time. So, it helps. It helps. Let's see then if there are things I should part with. As far as things I'm hanging on to, and I bet that there are things I should sell. Yeah, there's stuff I should sell. Also, things I should repair, maybe? Nope, nothing to repair. Never mind. So I feel like things are weighing our guy down. Yeah, let's sell some things real quick. It is 8:38 p.m. though, so most businesses are gonna be closed. Let's just do a 12, maybe 13-hour standing in the rain session. There's a VGM, excuse me, a VGM video game music cover artist named Insane in the Rain. Insane in the Rain Music. His name is Carlos, but his screen name is Insane in the Rain Music. So sometimes any kind of like in the rain phrasing, I sometimes think of him just because I like his stuff a lot. Although he has recently announced he's venturing out into non-video game cover territory, wanting to do his own thing, you know, make like compose his own music, that kind of thing. He made a YouTube video about this a little while ago, kind of talking about the potential pitfalls that exist when like you base so much of your livelihood. Like he's a full-time content creator, musician, you know, arranger, artist, and when you base so much of your income on covering licensed music from video games, you know, from that kind of stuff, and uploading them to YouTube, it can be dicey because, you know, if videos get claimed, you don't get that ad revenue. If it's not handled, if like the licensing stuff isn't handled perfectly, then yeah, obviously it can cause problems. And he said it was just too stressful. So it's like he still wants to do them for funsies, but like no longer as part of like the, you know, like a central part of his content creation. So who could blame him? Honestly, he was doing it for like something close to 10 years. I'm amazed he did it for as long as he did.
The dividing line is a good place to buy a sharp blade.
Of course, some good stories.
You're likely to hear some of Tunzia's stories if you hang around.
Tunzia's.
Only quality goods for sale here.
Look at this man, Mr. Moneybags. 1,000 gold to his name. That's pretty impressive. I don't know if there's anything else, if there's anything that I like was looking to offload that was, you know, fairly valuable, but we'll keep that in mind. We'll just kind of go down and sell anything that we don't need. It's a good place to buy a blade. I think you're probably correct, Fabled. Buy a blade. Here's some good stories while I'm at it. I should buy all of my blades from there, every single one, even like my butter knives, and my pairs of scissors, and the hairs that and the scissors I buy to trim my beard, and my pubes. Same thing. Same thing. Too much TMI, Alex. Too much. See, I know our inventory is pretty weighed down, but we don't have a lot of like big ticket items we're hanging on to. It's mostly just a collection of smaller things. Death by 1,000 potions, if you will. Restore magic. No, actually, those are good. I want to keep those. These absorption potions are getting kind of silly, but they're so good. I feel like I should hang on to them, but 6 of them is starting to become a bit unwieldy. Healing potions, it's fine. Sorcery, I think I'm gonna say that's fine too. I think I will sell like 3 of them though. I think we need 10. It's probably a bit much. Sell these and these. Some of these kinds of low-hanging fruits. I think we need 10 void salts. Let's sell 4 of them. Are there any books that I picked up? Scrolls and books that I don't need? And you know, I'm hanging on to so many Frenzy, Demoralize, Charm, Command Creature. I'm hanging on to so many of these spells. These scrolls, rather. I've never had to use a single one. I came close to wanting to, but then I realized, oh, you can just, like, basically I wanted to cause a fight to happen. But then I was like, oh, it's not like in Morrowind where if you attack somebody, your crime immediately gets reported. It only gets reported if someone else sees it. You know, there needs to be what's the word? A witness to the crime. So, and that's where these spells can help, but it's like, that's not as much of a problem in this game. So, I don't know if I really need to hang on to all these, but I mean, I guess I still got them, so I guess I'll hang on, I'll still, but, Hush is obviously good. Silence is gonna be helpful. Potentially, could be helpful. Yeah, Calm, Telekinesis. Telekinesis, yeah, the thing is my illusion skill is horrible, so Telekinesis, like, that is one where it actually would help me. Or actually, Telekinesis, that's mysticism, I think. Speaking of mysticism. Invisibility, invisibility. Like, that's nice because, once again, invisibility and illusion, that is. Jamora Lord, Skeleton, Heroes, Soul Trap, Telekinesis. Yeah, nothing there. So, yeah, I guess I didn't really have too much to sell, did I? I really thought that I did.
Take care.
No, you take care. Well, I say I'm gonna detect life for no reason other than to, again, raise the mysticism. I did check out the chapel, didn't I? Let's step foot into the chapel. Pretty sure we've already been in here and talked to the peeps, but we'll give it a quick once over. And then we'll head on out to the Oblivion Gate, baby. The game's namesake and everything. Hello, purple man.
I'm Avras Adis.
I mean, he's not purple. I'm the purple man, really, but the spell makes you look purple.
Hey, you're the... May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
We've clearly been here, as evident by, you know, there's nothing cool to buy here. I think just about every chapel has a person selling some kind of restore spell. And there's like I want to say one or two that I'm actually missing. Speaking of which, I need to heal that up actually real quick. Yeah, agility and speed. I think I'm missing restore personality. It's either personality or... No, I think it's personality. So somewhere along the way, I missed getting one of those previously. I need restore speed and agility. Agility. Swing. And then speed. Swing. So sure enough, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think there's 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's 8. So I think I might be missing luck as well then, if my calculations are correct. So I'm missing 2 of them. Yeah, no restore luck. So at some point I'll need to like go. I'll need to like tour around the a bunch of the other towns' chapels to make sure I'm not missing anything obvious. It's possible that those are like special cases. I could see restore luck being a special case, but personality is a strange one to not have. So I scoop up all the bonuses. I think I have 6. 6 out of 9. That's almost nice. Well, it's kind of nice. We get all these nice blessings that don't last for that long, and then we use these blessings to empower us to charge into battle. Now, why are these people like walking in like perfect step? Oh, is this the babyface lad? It is! He doesn't want to talk to me because he knows I keep talking shit. That's the guy that keeps saying I've got a baby face. I don't know why he would talk that way. I don't know what implored me to give him that voice. This one. Here we go. Trying to find where to go. So this is the closest Oblivion Gate. But look at this. They got... Oh, never mind. I thought this was an Oblivion Gate. So they got 2 that are practically equidistant. So, goddamn. This place is swimming in Oblivion Gates. Which is kind of how it goes for a few of these other towns we've been to, where they say help close our gate, but I'm over here looking like, yo, you got a few that are within pissing distance of you, so you gotta be careful, man. Shit's scurry. Hello, purple glowing people. It is me, a non-glowing purple person. And of course, this detect life, not detect person, so horses are glowing. Although in Morrowind, everyone take a shot, I just mentioned Morrowind. In Morrowind, I think there's separate detect... Detect creature. There's detect creature, there's detect key, and detect key is actually a really useful spell, as I recall. I want to see this separate detect person and detect like monster spells, but you know what? I think I might be wrong on that. I'm doubting my memory, my memorials. So this is clearly the gate to go for, because this one's got a bloodied horse outside of it. The other one we actually visited. We didn't go into it, but we saw the outside. There were things, the monsters and such, but nothing like, no obvious signs of like, oh, this is some like plot shit that's going down here. The horse did not have horse meat. I'm a little sad about it. And the horse is just sleeping, and that's just strawberry jam, strawberry jelly. They had a bunch of toast, and oh Jesus, they had a bunch of toast and Jesus was there too. There's 2 of you assholes. Ouch. Oh, I'm stuck for a second there. Oh god. Oh. well, we'll fight you assholes first. Oh my god, there's a throw it up there too. I think we fought at maximum 3 of these things at once. And I would rather not have to do that again if I can help it. Ouch. Oh man, their reach overextends my own. That's unfortunate. Here, I was thinking I had the superior reach with my big impressive long sword. Ouch. My big impressive claymore. Let's see if we could like form a lunch line. If we could form a single queue, that'd be really nice because I don't want to fight you guys simultaneously. That makes me very sad. So if we could be respectful while you're beating the shit out of me, please. That's all I ask. Now the good news is that as he's beating the shit out of me, he is injuring himself. A fool. Ha, I got you. My whole plan was to have you kick the shit out of me. I sure showed him. They all thought I was crazy, but I approved them. Actually, we'll go ahead and remove this guy as well, because I will have to deal with him when we leave anyway. And I'm going to be sneaky, and I'm going to cast Detect Life. Alright, I detect him. I found him. Now, technically, golems are... I don't think, like, from a Dungeons and Dragons perspective, would Detect Life make sense? Ouch. Because they are non-sentient, and they cannot be critted. You know, there's like a word, aberrate? No, not aberration. Constructs. They are constructs that were, like, probably made by a wizard or, like, a sorcerer who, like, put a bunch of non-living things together and then, like, magically imbued it with life. So yeah, it's like, I don't know. I could see it working. I could see it not working. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like there's lesser Detect Life. Oh, horsey. Dead horsey. And then there's which wouldn't detect the golems. And then there's like greater Detect Life, which detects all the shit. I could have tried to thieve something from him. Take a little spin. I think you're so cool with your little spin. Now, we just fought 2 Storm Atronachs. 3, technically, but 2 simultaneously. And granted, this guy does hurt, but I mean, man, it's not even a comparison. That guy went down like a chump. Ring of Thieves, damn, that's a damn good ring, and it's got forever Detect Life on it. Goddamn. I was just saying how much I love casting Detect Life. I love it. Actually, I don't love it at all. The only reason I'm doing it is to raise my mysticism, like, forcefully. What's up, Farsight? He wanted the rock gussy. Can't say I blame him. What's up, El Gasso? Or me, I wanted the rock gussy. Correct. I wanted to stick my dick in between the 3, like, multiple rocks that were orbiting each other. It's like when, oh my gosh, what was it? What was that one shitpost comic where Galileo was talking to, like, the Pope? And he's like, I think the Earth revolves around the sun. Then the Pope is like, Galileo, I think my dick orbits your mom, or something like that. So that's what comes to mind. It's like, yeah, it's like something, the rocks need to orbit D's nuts or something. I don't know. It sounded more entertaining in my head, as these things often do. I am silenced. Hoomst has done this. You haven't done this. It was probably this guy, but he's dead now. He probably poisoned his shit. The next time this game crashes, it will crash. Oh gosh, let's be honest, it will crash. Wait, why'd you die so fast? Excuse me? Why did he die so fast? Did he like take a lava bath or something? Mr. Arctic, the memes are in the mail. Check is in the mail. Whomstead would have cast this. Actually, let me think about it. Whomsoever would have. So yeah, whomstead cast that is almost a grammatically sensible sentence. Almost, kinda, sorta. Whomstead cast that spell, according to shitpost grammar, is legitimate grammar. Also, look at this. We were fighting Storm Atronachs, and Daedra fucking, you know, dick suckers, whatever this guy's the Dramora, or rather, I'm sorry, Dramora dick suckers. And speaking of Dramora dick suckers, who the fuck? Who the fuck? But it never ceases to amaze me that the game thinks, like, oh, well, when they come into this gate, they're probably gonna still see, like, entry-level Daedra. So we're gonna give them, like, the chump change Daedra as, like, dead monster spawns. We haven't seen an imp in this game in, without exaggeration, months outside the imps from the previous side quest, because those were kind of hard-coded, obviously. The Stormator Nards, Astronards, Atronards, it actually kind of works out either way, I would say. Homesteadive. And then it's like, I'm thinking more about it if there was, if you wanted to say, like, if you wanted to have a negative additional contraction, it would be like Homesteadivant, I think. So I think there are, you could further make it more deranged. Excuse me. Draw my weapon, please. Oh, am I going to lava? Whoa, not quite, not quite. Ouch. That guy just did us like 3 times, and it hurt, but like, again, these guys can't hold a candle to the Atronox. They are so much harder to deal with. They're also so much easier to stun lock like that. Yeah, get fucked. Feels good, man. Feels good. Arctic, welcome back to like your own computer and your own home. Although it sounds like it was a nice time getting to like visit in Texas for a bit, getting to visit with the lady friend. The getting COVID part didn't sound as fun, obviously, but I'm hoping it was like still like a good time. All things notwithstanding, although that being said, I know how it goes when it comes to being away for a long time. It was like a week or 2, I think you were going away from a long time. It's like, it's on the one hand, it's like, oh, the vacation was nice, but on the other hand, I'm glad to be like sleeping in my own bed, having my computer, having all my video games, my nerdy shit. So like I try to see the good and the bad with an extended vacation. Prefer the other toilet. Oh, it sounds nice, actually. A Japanese... Now, I'll confess, I don't think I know what a Japanese seat is. My first thought was you meant that it was like a bidet, or had a bidet. Does it have Hello Kitty on it? I sure hope so. Heated seat and a warm water bidet. Yeah, honestly. Alright, Arctic, I'm sending you on an assignment. You gotta go back, dude. I'm sorry, but your booty deserves it. And if she questions it, be like, sorry, Alex told me so. He said my booty deserves nothing less. Yeah, very fancy. That sounds very pleasant. I still don't own a bidet. I've yet to experience one. I've never... Let me think about this. Have I ever seen a bidet in person? I don't think that I have. If I have, I was not, like, aware that it was a bidet. But B-U-T-T, but I would like to try one. And I think I would like it, and I think it would probably make me want to buy one. Spend $400, yeah, that's the thing. I'm sure they are an investment, but they're probably a worthwhile investment. And, you know, you buy one relatively early in life, and it will pay for itself, saving on toilet paper costs, obviously. A homie spin an arrow. Yeah, the manually operated bidet. We called it the analog bidet. Just steal ones. Wait, are you implying stealing a used bidet from someone else's toilet? I mean, I guess you can wash it off, obviously. But the implication of stealing a used bidet is the right amount of cursed. I remember, I don't know how real this is, but allegedly there was a person that had a disagreement with a significant other, and they broke up, and as like revenge, he stole her toilet. She like, there was like a shit post. It was well, maybe literally, but I questioned the veracity of this meme, but like she posted on Twitter or on Instagram like, motherfucker, I broke up with him, and he gets revenge by not just like, you know, pranking me or like, you know, doing something dumb with the toilet, but stealing it, and it shows like this obvious silhouette of where a toilet once existed. So I was thinking about stealing the toilet as, you know, the extent of toilet thievery, but the bidet is a whole new level. It's not like you stick it up there, right? It's just, I'm just thinking about, you know, things that splash around when water is sprayed. I just imagine over time there will be other particulates that decide to make themselves known. Although, to really make sure you get yourself clean, so sticking a bidet up your butthole is not the worst thing that could be done. Okay, well, that's actually probably one of the worst things you could do, but still, I can pretend it makes sense. Get that box skill up. Hell yeah. What's up, Gundam guy? Holds the TP. Yeah. I do the same. I do like, I get 2, maybe 3. Maybe 3 squares if I'm feeling real fancy, but I get 2 squares and I fold. My toilet paper doesn't jiggle, it folds. It's a more efficient enema. Yeah, it's a, well, it's a water enema. Whereas we all know that... we all know... Hold on, let me think about this. What liquid am I about to say? Let me think about this. Let me think about something good. We all know that Mountain Dew Baja Blast is the best liquid to use in an enema. Obviously. Hold on, I need to do this. I feel like this is kind of an artificial quote because I had to think about it. But we all know that Mountain Dew Baja Blast. How do you spell Baja Blast? Baja. B-A-J-A Baja Blast is the best liquid. What did I say, the best liquid to use for an enema? That sounds right. Yeah, but thank you, Arctic. Arctic's helped me out. He's like, wait, Alex, I'll help you with this horrible thing you're doing. There we go. As opposed to what other kind of enema? Arctic's like, oh no. Yeah. Alright, so confession time. I don't know much about enemas. I don't know if water is what would be used, or if it'd be a saline solution. Now, granted, saline is mostly water, I think. But yeah, clearly what should be used is Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Oh man, it's good to see a Gundam guy who also uses a bidet. Very nice. We got some bidet enjoyers in the chat, as we should. See, I've never used one, and I feel that if I were to try one, I would be like, well, I can't go back. My booty is spoiled. Blanja Blast. There's a guy on TikTok that Gracie showed me where he, without exaggeration, every video he makes is him using a very straight, a vaguely European sounding voice. Like, it's not from what I can tell, not a specific sounding accent. And it's like him prancing, and the videos are all him prancing around and be like, and like making jokes about the economy being shitty and millennials being sad. Like, that's pretty much the extent of it. Like, doing a job interview. Sorry, LinkedIn influencers, got no time for cover letters. Too bad, too busy being sad about the economy. Like, that's basically the gist of his videos. But he made one that I thought was very fun, where he was like, white people, or like Americans when they go to Europe. And it's like, wow, it's just like Hogwarts. So much culture. So the voice I just used just now for the Blanja Blast made me think of that guy being like, so much culture. Just anywhere in Europe. It's just like Hogwarts. Mild saliness sometimes. Yeah, well, that would make sense. Arctic, you are now the resident enema expert. I don't mean to alarm you. But you should update your resume. And actually, speaking of LinkedIn, and your LinkedIn profile. Draws out the colon's water, which helps get things. Yeah, that actually, all memes aside, that makes perfect sense. But you have outed yourself as an enema expert. So, we shall do what we will with this knowledge. You. Alright, no, nothing else trying to... Oh, except that's what you summoned. Okay, that's fine. Alright, tactical roll. Hup. One of the few times I'm ever actually used that tactical roll because it's nice, but you get out of here. But usually I don't need to use it too often. Could you please extricate yourselves from my testicles? So I need to get some help. The problem is I keep wanting to attack you, but I keep hitting the dude on the fucking left. There we go. Because yeah, once he dies, his summon lad Gets the fuck out of there. Computer case fans. Oh no, it sounds. Is it like getting loud, Elgazo? I've been pretty fortunate with my fans. I've only had to replace a few over the years. I've had to replace my main CPU cooling fan, I think twice now, but it's just because I've had this computer for like 12 years. Well, 10 years. 10 years. 4 enemas a day. Oh, but yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you need the low sodium enemas. You know how like Gatorade has like the G0? It needs like the E0, enema 0. Actually, for that matter, yeah, maybe we could just say, because Gatorade has a bit of sodium in it, maybe we could just say, just use a Gatorade enema, so you get like the what is it, the blue glacier, whatever the flavor names are. You get like the flavor experience, but through your booty. Now, granted, I won't be able to taste things quite as well through my booty as I could through my mouth, but I like to think you could still kind of get the sensation a little bit. Kind of like when there were dudes that were dipping their testicles in sugar water and saying, I can taste the sugar. Or maybe it was salt water, but like they could taste it somehow through their testicles. It was a whole thing. It was a weird time in the mid 2010s, I think. Let's get a whole new computer then. Processor, motherboard. Yeah, that's the position I was in a couple years ago, Gausa, where it's like I needed to upgrade my CPU was so old, to upgrade it would mean a new motherboard, which meant new RAM, like a whole bunch of new things. So yeah, I did the exact same thing, Elgaso, a couple years back, except I kept my power supply and my graphics card, but everything, and my case, but everything else got switched up. Gatorade enema before she. Okay, that's a good one too, actually. That's just being courteous, the way I see it, Arctic. That's you being considerate. Arctic, I'm glad to have you around. Well, I mean, I'm glad to have you around in general, but I'm selfishly glad you're back in town, so I can harass you with shit like this. It's easier for me to do shit like this when, you know, well, for one thing, you know, it's the chat messages being fodder. Your chat messages being fodder, or adding quotes, you know, is best done when you're here. But like, oh yes, that's right. All the universe is as it should be. Alex is now capable of shit posting all over Arctic again. Just get the pre-built then. They might be comparable. That's actually a very good question, Ogausa. For a while there, like at the height of the pandemic, it was cheaper to get a pre-built. Well, I shouldn't say cheaper, but you could actually get a computer with a pre-built. Whereas if you were trying to get if you were trying to buy a graphics card, if you were trying to get, I mean, I guess really it was mostly graphics card. I don't know if CPUs were too much of an issue, motherboards, you know, RAM, that kind of shit. But yeah, at the height of the pandemic, man, getting a graphics card in any capacity was a nightmare. But pre-builts were one of the few cases where people were actually able to make it happen. So like, one of my friends was like, he's an animator, like a professional animator, and he needed a high-end graphics card. And his kicked the bucket, and like he was like, yeah, I have no choice. I have to buy an entire ass pre-built, because it was he actually found not a great deal, but it was an okay deal for a pre-built that together was still cheaper than a replacement of his existing graphics card. Like, that's how bad shit got. But how is it now though? That's a good question, because prices for a lot of computer things have gone down, graphics cards being one of them. But I don't know what, with the rest of inflation, I don't know what the rest of it's like right now. So yeah, buying like individual constituent parts versus buying a pre-built, you know, 5 years ago I would have said, no way, you gotta build it yourself. Or maybe don't gotta, but like, you know, it's more economical to build it yourself. But now I really don't know. I'd have to look around, honestly. I'd have to shop around, like, or like I'd be tapping people like Arctic and Dave, you know, friends of mine who are pretty knowledgeable, I think, when it comes to hardware, whereas I'm not very knowledgeable, and I don't keep up nearly as well. I need to get around this lad. I want to get the big boy. Say some weird shit, as you should. As you should. That is why we embrace it. Why I embrace it. Do some legwork. Yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to, just doing some research. But I mean, yeah, the pre-built thing very well might be an option, honestly. Woo! Think that that reflect damage doing the work. why do these guys constantly give us the upskirts? I mean, there's nothing there, obviously, but still, it's like they're trying to flaunt it. It's like they're trying to say, "Oh no, I'm dead," and they're just in it. They're like trying to give us like an upskirt, little, you know, what's the word? Costume malfunction, fashion malfunction, what have you. It's like, oh no, an accident. Oops. Oops, a thing that just happened on purpose. Void salts, flawless emeralds. I like to salt my emeralds before I eat them. Maybe an AMD. This Nvidia's getting weird. Yeah, I've had AMD processors for the last 10 years. And by that, I mean I've had 2 AMD processors. I've only had AMD processors, but I've also only had Nvidia graphics cards. So I've heard the i9 is plenty good, but overpriced. Like apparently the i7 is still quite good as far as like, you know, bang for your buck. So I don't know. Well, and of course this Intel is pretty out of date, but there's a chance that the i9 might not really be worth it yet. But whoa, he knocked me on my ass. But i7 apparently was like still makes sense. It's like an upgrade. Ouch. Whereas I actually don't know what the AMD line is up to right now. I know I have the Ryzen 7. Jesus, I'm just getting stun locked forever. Wow, I got stun locked for like an entire like 6 or 7 seconds there. That was nutty. And this guy's so close to death. God damn. But I think I have the 2700X, and I think they're up to like 3700X right now with Ryzen. So, and I like it. So I mean, I have had good track record. A good track record, at least with my current setup. And my graphics card is, I mean, it's a 980 Ti, and I got it refurbished in like 2014, and it's still going strong. Well, as strong as it could be. And it is not overclocked. So, I mean, I have had good experiences, at least, with the stuff that I've got, at least. But yeah, I'd have to like search around and see what other people who've made purchases more recently would have to say, just because, yeah, my knowledge is pretty out of date at this point. My Intel is out of date? Oh my fucking god. How did I not catch that? I keep going backwards. Yeah, Arctic caught it before I did. My knowledge. My information. I should be careful. I need to be careful and don't inadvertently drop puns that I didn't mean to drop. Okay, that's another area this way. Yeah, apparently Nvidia has caught some flack lately because, what was it? I think EVGA has said that they're so sick of dealing with Nvidia as like a client or customer. I think client. That they're like, yeah, we're just not gonna do graphics cards anymore. Like, we're just exiting the graphics card market, which probably for them, I mean, let's think about this, because I mean, graphics cards for a while were printing money. I mean, because the crypto market was, you know, fucking everything up. So, you know, like graphics cards are being sold at like a just absurdly high markup. Of course, a lot of that money was probably going to Nvidia, but it was probably going to the manufacturers too, I hope. So, you know, I hope EVGA and like all these other companies were like getting cuts of the absurdly stupid markups that I mean we were all paying, you know, for a while there, for a good couple years there. So it's like if we're doing all that, I would hope that it's at least getting split even. So if they're willing to leave all that potential, you know, big graphics card money on the table because Nvidia is so horrible to work with. Whoa! And then there's of course the just how fucked things were, you know, a year or so ago when the crypto market was fucking everything up. And Nvidia was like, hey man, we're not too bothered by this because it means our cards are flying off the shelves. I mean, of course, they try to ramp up production to meet demand, but they didn't seem too bothered by the fact that, you know, their stuff was selling so well. And I guess who could blame them? They were making bank, but still, it just felt kind of scummy where they were kind of like leaning into the crypto shit more than anything, as opposed to trying to work with consumers, that kind of deal. So I think that left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. Did I mean it deliberately, Elgaso? I wish I could claim that I did, but it was completely off the cuff. somebody finally done with it. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. Like, apparently they must be really shitty to work with. There must be things behind the scenes we weren't aware of as consumers. Is it money on the table to begin with, you think? Set MSRP below a certain... Oh, interesting. And EVJ, yeah, EVJ was like saying no way. Because I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know how it is now. I know the 4K cards were announced with their price points and whatnot, and they're fucking bonkers. But of course they are. Like, I'm not surprised. I was hoping then that if EVGA was going to manufacture them, that that they would get a decent cut. But yeah, if it's just unreasonable, I guess that's the question though. If because Nvidia was, or I guess Intel is saying like, yes, here's the price point. I guess that's what they're requiring for all manufacturers. And if it is, then maybe EVGA was saying it should be higher, maybe? Also, Johnson, good to see you, friend. A little power nap, I understand. I do the same when I need to remove my makeup. I understand, after a long day at work. Selling the silicon for more than what it was supposed to be. $900 for the GPU. The board partner was expected to put a... Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm not terribly surprised that didn't fly so well then. Clang, 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 clang. Buy more hammers in a bit, but we're chowing through them a little bit right now. Here we are once again in bright and sunny and happy Oblivion lands. Oblivion Gate lands. It makes me wonder, like, would other NVIDIA manufacturers, graphics card manufacturers, take a page out of EVGA's book and be like, you know what, maybe this is kind of bullshit. Because presumably they're not the only ones that were getting screwed. I'm gonna confess here. What are some other like big name manufacturers? There's MSI. Ouch. But I'll confess I'm blanking on the other ones. Like EVGA is like a big one. But I'm blanking on the other ones. Built boards in-house, we're able to sell them at 800. Wait, hold on. So Intel was selling them for 800 or EVGA was? Or the manufacturers were? Founders Edition cards were... Wait, hold on. Selling Founders Edition cards for less than they were selling... Oh, I see what you're saying. They were selling them in-house. Oh, okay. So... Yeah, in that case, like, how is it a surprise that this didn't blow up? Like, I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't blow up sooner then. I guess the reason it didn't blow up sooner is because EVGA was hoping that things would improve. But yeah, that's like pretty scummy. So yeah, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. Summon your small children to fight me. If you're gonna birth small children to fight me, at least do the honor of like doing like a proper spider thing and laying like 1,000 eggs. So, you know, so your spider baby force is a small army of Pikmin. Is that so much to ask? I keep going for the knockdown strat. I think the knockdown move does less damage at the expense of being potentially knockdownable. Blech. Oomp. 80%. Wow. So they're a giant part of their revenue. Yeah, revenue, but not profit. Yeah, that is... Yeah, once again, I'm just thinking like, man, I commend them for sticking it out as long as they did, because I don't think anybody could have blamed them for saying, no, fuck this. Like they are now, you know, sometime later. Like, I wonder how long it's been that bad for them. That sounds beyond fucky. Ouch. A Drider baby kink. Hold on, what is... Are Driders the spider ladies? I think having any kind of... Oh, wait, you're saying that I'm the baby and that she's the mommy? Like a mommy dummy kind of spider kink? gonna say, if anything... Whoops, that was the wrong button. That was a very fun timing with that pause. If anything, I was thinking, like, if anything, the way the internet works is that, we would all simp for the not mommy milkers, the mommy silkers, which is to say that's where their silk comes from. It comes from the copious bosom. Half human, half spider. Yeah, that's what the dryers are called. Yes, these dangerous spider ladies with their mommy silkies. It's got to be it. Potion of dispel. Dispel these nuts. Oh my god, why you gotta bring this fucking dude in here, dude? These guys are the worst. Oh, for a second, I thought it was T-posing for a second there. Oh, I just disarmed him. That's kind of cool. I've only done that like a few times ever. Ouch. It's gonna pick up a sword. It's gonna try. You will fail. Okay, I lied. You will succeed. Surprised I actually legit disarmed him. I can count on one hand the number of times I've seen it. I need to heal. There we go. He keeps beating the shit out of me, but he keeps hurting himself. Stop hurting yourself. Bonk. Dominating touch, perfect. Feeds in well to the kinks we were just describing. Give me your heart, so I can eat it and gain your courage. Can I be sneaky? No, I cannot, apparently. We're Claymore twinsies. I'm gonna guess that's a Dremora Claymore. Eventually I'm gonna find a cool, like, enchanted Daedric Claymore. Eventually. I want to knock you down, but you keep blocking my cool knockdown ones. Oh, I love how that works. The reflect damage, just knocking them straight upwards. Knocking them up. I just knocked up that Dremora. Where'd your sword go? Is it on your person? No, you have nothing. Because I'm kind of curious to know what they're wielding. It might have gotten ejected into the sun. Where it belongs. And this does look to be an end that is dead. Well, maybe not. What's up, Void? Yeah, he went, he had spring-loaded heels in his shoes. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Dremora Claymore. Yeah, I had a feeling. Because these guys do sometimes get Daedric weapons, but I've yet to see them use Claymores specifically. Does this lead somewhere? Nope, no, it does not. I probably missed another side path then. Don't do it. I don't actually have a strat for having those guys miss me. I just run fast and hope to get lucky. There's maybe something up here, though. A very ominous bridge. Whoa! We found something. Nope. Did using Daedric weapons. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no, are you saying Gundam Guy? You're saying I shouldn't be surprised. Maybe that's what you're saying. Because, yeah, like, we've seen the dudes wearing, like, wielding battle axes and shit like that. Ouch. Just not claymores. I've seen just about everything else, just not claymores. Ouch. Wow, you hurt. Thank you for pausing and letting me heal myself. One more. Poke. So we found this little area up here. This looks encouraging. Oh, wait, hold on, there's this. Molten Halls. No, I have not been in here yet, have I? I have not, but I'm about to. fleshy pod. Bitches don't know about my fleshy pod. Oh, I need to get my torch back out because we're in dungeoning times. To the tune of it's Morrowind time, it's dungeoning time. Spider ladies again, god damn it. Who keeps inviting these spider ladies to the party? All they do is hit us with paralyzed spells and then you know, throw lightning spells at us, which is a shame because I use the same lightning spell, so like she's copycatting me. Whoop. Freaking paralyzed, dude. Oh, she hit him. That's good. That's good. You like to see the friendly fire. Love to see it. You should hit him again. Yes, keep doing it, lady. Keep doing it. You're helping more than you think you are. Ouch. Bonk. Whoop! Freaking paralyzed. Don't run away. Don't. Of course, this is getting in the way now. Knocked her ass down. Perfect. Oh, but then I got my ass knocked down. Damn it, I couldn't capitalize. Alright. It is done. It's a done deal. As I like getting this successful knock them down attack. It is fun doing so, but getting immediately paralyzed afterwards, it's like, dude, I want to be able to capitalize on this. It's not crashing yet, Ogazla? Yeah, we had a lot of crashes the last week, didn't we? We had a lot of crashes. We also had a lot of like times when it crashed and took either OBS or my entire ass computer down. Took Windows down with it. So last week was pretty unfortunate. But yeah, maybe we'll be good. Maybe we like built up some good karma. And it's really sorry about acting so unwell last week. It's like, you know, Alex, we're sorry about that whole thing. We're gonna make it up to you by running halfway competently. Although the night is young, my friend. We still got plenty of stream left. And actually, was there anything else done this way? If nothing else, we could also watch at the end. So, it's no biggie. So I have 2 exits to choose from. Spindle Shrine or Spindle Shrine? Well, at least I've got options. So it's a tower. And I'm guessing this will let us open a gate, probably. Whoop! Down I go. London bridges falling down. Ouch. Trying to jump over the spider child. Ouch. Remember when we used to see Atronox other than only Storm Atronox? I haven't seen a fire or frost Atronox in what feels like weeks. I mean, eventually we'll get spells that will let us summon our own, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not in this game. In Morrowind we could get Atronox spells, but I guess we'll see if that's a thing in this one. Yeah, that's exactly Gundam guy. I do keep getting knocked down, and we do keep getting back up again. Oh, look at that! Look at that. We actually got a successful splattering ourselves. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, we got another one. Another one. I was actually hoping we could, like, bring this back down and the platform would crush her to death. Looks like it's stuck, though. Yeah, it makes perfect sense, but I'm sad about it, because I like the diversity. I think that's how it was in Morrowind, too. I feel like Storm Atronox were the top tier ones. But you would still see Flame Atronox and Frost Atronox. Actually, Frost Atronox were pretty scary, too. Because they're, well, let me think about this. I know maybe they all had Reflect. I think they all did, but I remember getting screwed by Reflect many times by a Frost Atronach specifically. Well, there's no switches down here so far as I can tell. So, if we want to investigate what's going on up there, we will need other stuff. Unless... Oh, badly damaged. Okay. Here, I will help it be less damaged. Not like I'm helping. That's how it is. Yeah, it does make sense. That probably is just how it goes. I just missed the monster diversity. It seems like all we see now are Daedriths and Spider Ladies and Stromatronachs and the Dromora lads. I guess the Dromora lads are kind of fun to fight, but speaking of the devil. Speaking of the Devilkin. Every once in a while we do get some clan fears, but more often than not we get ones that are summoned by these guys or other creatures. Ouch. Oh yeah, there you go. Not so nice getting stunned like yourself, is it, motherfucker? I don't remember which one disarms. It's either left swing or right swing. That one just kills. That works too. Equal in power. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice because I feel like we just get a lot of the same stuff. So it'd be nice to have things that would encourage more diversity, monster diversity. To not just find the same thing over and over again. Lesser and then greater. Yeah, that'd be nice. Lesser Flame Atronach, lesser Storm Atronach, and then normal, then greater. I think that'd be cool. Also, looks like this is it as well. So if there was a way to get up top, let's see what the happy haps are. That'd be nice, but that might be the end of the line here. Guess we'll go back the way we came then, back to the wastes. What a waste of time this was. I mean, we got some gold, I guess, out of it, so it wasn't a complete wash, but still. We don't need gold. We don't need this stuff, dude. The Wastes of Oblivion. What's going on up here then? Yeah, also lots of red. Yeah, I've mentioned before that, like, I appreciate what they're going for the Oblivion Gate areas, and they are appropriately metal and menacing and terrifying, but it's also a bit much sometimes. Now, this apparently is not connected. Oh, but it's connected to that guy. And presumably it would open this gate, which is where we, I think, ultimately need to go. Oh, look at that. We're at the tippy top. Hold on. Does that mean then... Oh, never mind. Okay, I was going to say, does that mean then we are... Oh, wait, there's a gate here. Oh, did I miss another door? Oh, that's what this is. Okay. So I go back this way then. Alright, so there's no gate unlocking apparatus up here. Don't mind the burning corpse. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Okay, here we go. Yes, this is what I was thinking it would be. We've seen then this lad that is stuck, and there's all the things we fought earlier. Here's Waste of Oblivion. Oh, we just fought that lady. Oh, I probably walked by this earlier then. Okay. Well, that's how... So we were probably supposed to take this one. Okay. Well, now we know. Sonic 3. That was, let's see, 2019. Yeah. End of 2019. Yeah, it was Sonic Air, Sonic 3 Air. It was a mod for Sonic 3 that, like, basically just cleaned the game up a little bit, made it run nicer in windowed widescreen mode. Added a Knuckles and Tails option instead of just Sonic and Tails and Knuckles, but a Knuckles and Tails option which was kind of cool. Added like a few mini games. I think just added some cool new bells and whistles. It was kind of a precursor to the Origins collection, actually. Because I think some of the developers that worked on that mod then got brought on by Sega to work on the Origins collection, I believe. It almost... Whoop, up, up, up. Shit. I meant to jump, and I got stuck on that little lip there. So I can actually loot him from here, which is useful. What's up, doo-doo? Got him, guy says, I will mine the burning corpse. Heck the rules. Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles. I would like to think that there are probably mods or like ROM hacks. I guess the better word is ROM hacks. ROM hacks that make it so that you're like controlling 12 Knuckles. Or you remember Super Mario 3D World? They added a cherry pickup that duplicates your characters. So, you know, you pick it up once, you get 2 Marios. You pick it up a second time. I don't think it doubles your doubles. I think it just doubles whatever picks it up. But you could like control like up to 8 things all at once. Because like they all take the same inputs and you have to corral them all at once. So maybe something like that, but in Sonic 3D form. I think that'd be nice. Oh, Johnson, good point. Actually, I forgot to include that in title. Let me do that real quick. Because it is working. It's bingo Oblivion. That's the command for it. But you're right, I should update that and include it in the title. So that it is more obvious that that's an option. Bingo Oblivion. And once again, I could have been really smart and titled it Bingo Oblivion so that they shared a single O. But I opted not to. It's really like kind of fall almost in slow motion, kind of, sort of. Open the gate. Close the gate. Open the gate a little. It's a done deal. Multiplayer mod with 12 Marios at once. Well, multiplayer mod. I do know that there is a multiplayer Super Mario 64 like co-op mod, but I was not aware of things that would do more than like 2-player co-op for like that game at least. Whoa, there it goes. Path forward is open. Forgot about it. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Johnson. Yeah, I forgot to include it in the title. So the command is more explicitly stated. But yeah, the command will always be present. I wish to knock your ass down. Can I knock your ass down and kill you with fall damage? That'd be very, very cool. Fuck you! No, he didn't die by the fall damage, sadly, but it still looked cool. What it was from? That's a good question. I'd have to look it up. Actually, I don't have to go this way, but I'm kind of curious what's in here. This is probably that other spire that we saw then. I will forget it too. That is part of why I include those kinds of commands in the title, Johnson, is yes, it is for you, dear viewer, but so much of it is explicitly for me so that my dumbass can remember. So we can raise that up. I'm actually kind of curious, where was this? There's like a whole new corner down here that I never explored. I don't think I necessarily want to explore. We've already done so much in this Oblivion Gate area. But I'm kind of curious. I'll go and fight you real quick. But I'm kind of curious if there's any like other points of interest. It's interesting because we explored quite a lot of this gate, but there's apparently even more where that came from. 2013, yeah. I was gonna say it had to have been like a while back, as I remember hearing about it not too long after college, and I graduated in 2011. 2011, 11 years ago, by the way. 11 goddamn years. Holy moly. Blade skill increased. So yeah, this indeed was one of the one of these spires that we explored but couldn't go past a certain threshold. As there's the lads we killed down yonder. And then this. Oh my god. You know what? Nah, I don't want to fight you. It's fine. We've already fought so many of you assholes. Unless he follows me in, but I don't think he will. Clang, 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 clang. Bing, 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 bing. Let's get that armor skill up, baby. Which I think is tied to strength, I'm guessing. The strength or endurance. Had a good nap. John, some excellent. Some pizza. And some sody. Some sody pops. What's your go-to soda pop? In fact, I'll pose that question to anybody who wishes to contribute to the topic, because it's always kind of fun hearing what people enjoy. Stormlight Archive. I'll confess I don't think I've heard of it before. Sandin Branderson, the one and only. Is it a series of books? Fictional novels? What? What? Where did you come from? From whence did you arrive? Can I, like, send you down? There we go. Yeah, get the fuck down here. Oh, are you summoning more buddies? What is this? What is this buddy summoning nonsense? Okay, that was dumb of me. I shouldn't have taken that method to get to him. He must have gotten up here with the elevator, and I just didn't notice it. Or something. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Mucho Mango. I've never heard of that one. Gifts from a channel you unfollowed. Really Gundam guy. I specifically set it in my... I think there's a setting in your dashboard or your channel settings. Something. Where you can specify that you you can disallow gift subs from channels that you do not follow. Because, like, there's some very, very popular streamers that I really don't like at all. Like, I don't want to support them. Like, it's nothing personal. I just... Well, I guess it's kind of personal. Like, I think... I disagree with their morals. I'll say it that way. There are some very popular streamers whose morals I disagree with, but are extraordinarily popular, and people love to throw money at. So it's like, in those cases, like, I don't want to be a part of that. So if I don't follow them, then it is to be avoided. Wow, burden of 50 points. That's actually a very annoying thing to be hit by. Holy moly. How excessive. Oh yes, give me your heart. Nom 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 for all that courage. Going up. Going back on up. No go-to. Normal Coke, and then normal Coke over Pepsi. I would be inclined to agree. I think Pepsi's fine. I think Coke is fine. But if I'm drinking the plain normal stuff, yeah, I would probably lean towards Coke. I do like some of the other Pepsi flavors. Actually, just today, I just bought a 12-pack of the Pepsi no sugar with cherry, which I'm kind of excited to try, because I used to like Coke with cherry back like way younger, but I haven't had any of it in a long time since, because I don't do as much soda in general. I don't do as much sugar, especially. But when I saw there was a zero sugar option, I was like, ooh, that sounds kind of nice. For a while there, I was getting the Coke Zero sugar with cherry, but they've stopped. I don't know if they've stopped making them. I can't really find them anywhere anymore. But when I saw that on the shelf, I was like, oh, let's try that out then. So High Fantasy started book 1. That's awesome, man. It's a page turner. Excellent. That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it's been enjoyable so far. It said we opened another gate, but I don't know what else we would have opened, but I'll just assume there's something in there that would have, that benefited from us doing that. So let's hop to it then. You've gotten it for channels you've never even been their stream for. Yeah, I usually, like, if I get a gift sub, it's for somebody I have watched, or maybe I rated them, that kind of thing. I don't know if I've ever gotten it for like a person I've never heard of before, or like I've never been to their channel, unless it was like a targeted gift sub. Like, it's like a friend of mine doing a meme gift sub or something like that, and they specifically name me. But if they're community subs, then presumably it would go to, it usually starts with like a tiered system, right? Like usually it starts by saying like, all right, is this person a follower? Have they been in the channel recently? Are they currently a sub? Have they rated before? Have they commented before? Have they been in the channel at all? Like, it kind of goes through the list of properties and sorts by, greatest to leastest. Mucho mangoes in Arizona. Just a mango juice with heavy quotations. I know there's the Yarritos. It's like spelled like Jarritos, but I think it's like a Mexican soda. They have like a bunch of different flavors, and I think they have a mango one. I've never actually had Yarritos, but they look and sound very nice. Agility damaged. Not emotional damage. Agility damage. Agile damage. Oh, knocked his ass down. And then the finisher. Smack him right in the nuts. AKA the face. So we just killed 3 things, and apparently something else knows where I am. Ain't that some shit? Not even a bad streamer necessarily, just don't really, yeah. No, which is understandable too. I don't unfollow a lot of people, but yeah, there have been a few times where it's like, I never watch this person, and they're, you know, they stream a lot, but they're just not doing content that I'm into. So yeah, there have been times where I've made that call. I do follow a lot of people though. Oh, look, it's raining spider babies, god damn it. I was too busy admiring the Atronach. I wish I could throw his corpse into the lava, but his corpse is like, the pieces are all tied together. Here you are. I guess she dropped down too. Have a good night, Void. Yeah, I'll see Void tomorrow morning, helping him out with one of his doctor's appointments. So I will see Void at the butt crack. Yes, that should be taken out of context. It'll be an early rise, but it'll be good. Good to get knocked out. Cherry Dr. Pepper. I haven't tried Dr. Pepper in a long time. I was never that into Dr. Pepper as a kid, as an adolescent. Was never that into it, but I haven't had it in a long time, so maybe I would like it better now. Pepsi and pizza. Pretty decent combo. A&W zero sugar. That's cool. I actually didn't realize that they did a zero sugar option, but I'd be down to try it. Purge every once in a while. Nice. Yeah, I probably could stand to do that, although a lot of it is like I follow a lot of people, and I would say the majority of my follow list are like smaller streamers, so I don't really want to purge my follow list because like, you know, I want to, you know, help out the homies. But the reality of the situation is that there's a lot of people that stream that lately don't really play games that I'm terribly aligned with, so I do miss some of the streams, or they just stream during times that are harder for me to catch, you know, during the day especially when I'm doing worky stuffs. But I could probably stand to do the same though. Mango Doritos are, yeah, I think that's the ones I've seen. Apparently they're amazing, so it'd be nice to try them out sometime. Pineapple store brand soda. A pineapple store brand soda. Yeah, I'd be down to try that. That sounds nice. Backup follows for when everyone, yeah, that's understandable too, Ogasso. I was doing that for a long time, but now it's to the point where just about in every time of the day there's somebody that I would want to watch that is streaming, just about, with few exceptions. Especially like, you know, Australian streamers or people in England or people just in Europe where they're able to cover some of that time zone overlap that I miss with a lot of North American streamers, obviously, because when it's the late night DJ hours for us, that's not as many people from here that are live. Cherry Dr. Pepper. Dr. P is the regular formula, should be. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I don't remember trying Cherry Dr. Pepper, but maybe that's what I should give an honest try. Maybe if I have an opportunity, I should try that. I know Zing posted in the Discord server a couple days ago about that. What was it? Coca-Cola Dream flavored? Cloud flavored something. Coca-Cola's been doing some weird experiments lately where they try the... they did like the Starlight flavor, which apparently was like a pomegranate something. And yeah, they're doing this like Cloud Dream flavor. Oh my god, stun locks. Just want to get some heals. I don't even care if I don't get any swings. I just want to get healed so I can let the reflect damage do its thing. There we go. Not so nice getting stun locked, is it, homie? What I would give for the ability to do the knock them on their ass special move without moving backwards to do it. As the fact you have to hold backwards to swing that move means you're exiting the effective range so often. It's very frustrating. But yeah, Coca-Cola's been getting weird, and of course Mountain Dew's constantly is doing like new weird flavors. They were doing the watermelon or melon flavored thing for a while. They have a mango themed one. There's a spark one. There's the or Volt maybe, whichever one it is. I haven't seen Baja Blast in a while. You know, pursuant to the conversation of a Baja Blast enema, I haven't seen Baja Blast in a while, but they did Baja something. They've done some other like Baja sub flavors. Gracie and I tried Baja Flash. We went to a family barbecue and they had some Baja Flash. It was like a coconut flavor. That was amazing. That was probably my favorite Mountain Dew flavor I've ever tasted ever, and I've never found it. I never saw it in stores. I'm not even convinced it was real. I'm not even convinced that it existed and that it wasn't just an elaborate fever dream. But supposedly there was like a 4-hour time frame where you could buy it in stores, but I guess it was too good and it sold it everywhere. So if it's sold out, then no one else has it. Preferences for root beer? I would say, yeah, I would prefer Barks over A&W, although I'm spoiled because here in St. Louis we have a craft soda brewer called Fitz's, and Fitz's Fitz's root beer is my favorite. So yeah, I'm a Fitz's guy for sure, but again, that's a specialty craft brew, so that's kind of cheating for me, but it's my fave. You don't get Dr. Pepper in South America? That's a little bit surprising, Gundam guy, but I guess I guess that's what SA stands for, South America. I guess it wouldn't be available in all regions, but I figured it was popular enough it would be overseas. So, Dr. Pepper does have cherry, but the cherry Dr. Pepper has like more of it and it's better. A lot of big brand of the root beer stuff is not great. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Again, I feel like it's cheating by saying that I prefer the craft stuff, but I mean, generally speaking, yeah, you're getting better quality by getting the craft stuff. IBC's all right. That's a good point. I guess they are technically like a brand because you can pretty much get them everywhere. That's, well, anywhere that sells a wide variety of sodas. I don't think they're region specific. So yeah, I would say that's in the running too. Good root beer. A good root beer is amazing. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we got some pretty good ones here. Although when it comes to Fitz's, I'm a cream soda fiend, especially. The root beer is good, but the cream soda is the cream of the crop in my book. Look at that. That was actually really satisfying. Knocking them into lava, hell yeah. That was very satisfying. Watching that unfold. Zero sugar A&W is the best. I've never tried a zero sugar A&W. I've always thought A&W was all right, you know, just okay. But knowing there's a zero sugar option is enticing. I'll have to keep that option. I'll have to keep my eyes out for that, dude. That sounds kind of nice, actually. The thing is, a lot of times if I'm drinking soda, part of it is for flavor. The majority of it, though, is because I want a small to medium caffeine hit. And I think A&W is caffeine free, isn't it? But still, Doo-Doo's is talking it up so well. You're selling it very well on me, so I feel like I need to try it out. Mango Chainsaw Deathwater. I cannot believe that combination of words is describing like seltzer water, because it sounds so menacing and evil and painful. I just would have assumed it's an energy drink or something, but the fact that it's seltzer water is an unending source of amusement for me. He punched me and then died. Love it. He punched me and then he felt bad, so he went to take a nap. I'm sorry, Alex. I didn't mean it. Usually can find Baja Blast around you. Johnson, that's good. I'm envious. Although, I've never actually had Baja Blast. All memes aside, I've actually never had it. And the proper way to try it probably would not be through an enema, but probably through my mouth. Probably. It's good sparkling water that doesn't taste like farts and tastes like it. Yeah, I remember you saying, Arctic, that it's really like surprisingly good, despite like the tough guy branding and like just how ridiculous it all is. Apparently, it's amazing. Oh, what am I doing? That's backwards. And I see that the grocery store is here, so it does cross my eye. It does catch my eye, rather. Time to wake up the fam, says Gundam Guy. Makes me miss Pepsi Blue. El Gaso, I feel so bad saying this. Well, I don't really feel that bad, but I feel bad for anybody who is sensitive to psychic damage. I misread that. I thought you said Baja Blast makes me piss Pepsi Blue, and I was about to be so afraid for you. I was like, Elgaso, if a soda is turning your piss blue, then you really need to see a doctor. Nothing should be turning your piss blue. I don't care what you're doing. Unless you're like doing shots. Unless you're doing shots of fucking like food coloring. Holy moly. Cream soda Dr. Pepper. You know what? I think I might have tried that actually. That sounds vaguely familiar, and I think I might have tried that. And I think I might have thought to myself, I might have even drank it on stream. I think I might have been like, yeah, it's okay. I don't think I loved it. But I remember drinking it and being like, yeah, it's like Dr. Pepper, but with cream. It's what you would think. So I remember being not underwhelmed, not overwhelmed. I was whelmed. But yeah, Pepsi Blue. Yeah, I remember Pepsi Blue was a thing. I never once tried it, but yeah, it was pretty popular around the time you and I would have been in high school, Elgaso. That sounds about right. You have their hometown, their HQ based in your hometown. That's cool, dude. That's nice. I didn't realize that they had like a proper hometown, but I guess it makes sense that they would. On a field trip. That's cool. Yeah, I guess I never thought about that. That they was like that they weren't just a, you know, birthed from the nether regions of Coca-Cola. Wait, hold on. Is Dr. Pepper a Coca-Cola product or a Pepsi product? Because in my brain I associate with Coke, but maybe I shouldn't. Have I not seen Liquid Death? I've not tried it, but I've seen it. I've seen it at grocery stores. Yeah, I've yet to experience it myself. Just some gold. That's it. I was thinking maybe there'd be something else down here. I have pooped Pepsi Blue. Well, that's the thing. There are things that will turn your poop different colors. I have learned that through various means. But never piss. I've never pissed different colors. Other than clear and yellow and various shades in between. Pooped red from beets? Yeah, that would be scary. I mean, it makes sense, but it would be scary at first. A Sheets exclusive blue Mountain Dew. Mountain Blue. Blue neon poops. Interesting. They have like a Sheets, like a brand specific, or I guess a store specific flavor. That's kind of neat. Must be some kind of special dealio they got going on. Look at that, a flame knock. Granted, it was summoned one, but still, it's some semblance of variety. Brief as it may be. What's that sword? Retribution of Treachery. Let's see what it's all about. Ring of Endurance. Don't mind if I do. The question is... oh, it's way worse. Like, way worse than my current one. It must be a Dremora Claymore, not a Daedric one. It's a shame because damage, health, and magic gun strike is not half bad, but I mean, even though my weapon is way damaged, relatively, this thing does more damage, so... Get it out of here. Throw it into the fucking furnace where it belongs. It's distributed with Coke. That's probably why, yeah, because I see it alongside Coke, but it truly is its own thing, though, which is nice. It's cool that, yeah, Sheets has their own thing. I wonder what, like, I'm guessing it's like blueberry or just blue flavored. And of course, I would stumble upon a fucking, gosh, a freaking threesome of a Storm Atronach and two spider, mommy silker spiders. I'd be a little bit careful here because there's a lot of things slapping at me and it's easy to get comboed. The good news is that as I'm getting comboed, everything else is dying. Because I'm reflecting the damage right back at their asses. Like a blue raspberry. It actually sounds pretty nice. For Mountain Dew. I'd try that shit. Knocked her ass down. Is she dead? Okay, yeah, she is dead. Ouch. Oof. Gonna be spending my whole time healing. There we go. Clang. Power went out right at 6. Oh, jeez. I mean, yeah, I guess good timing then. So you snuck in right at the right moment then. Got him, guy. Bonk. all the stuff. It will use the fountain sodas too often. So it's it's like a fountain soda thing, not the kind of stuff where you can like buy in 12 packs. Because I'm in the same boat. Like if like I don't drink soda very often, but in the rare chance that I do, I'll just I buy like a 12 pack from the grocery store, pop it in my fridge, and it lasts me for like 3 months. Like a single 12 pack lasts me for like 3 months. And if I'm going somewhere where I'm going to want a soda, like if I'm going to the office and I want like a small caffeine hit available to me, I'll just bring that like in my lunchbox and I'll just bring it with me. Also, I guess this was a waste of time because I've clearly already been here, as evident by all the other dead bodies down below. Oh, I was supposed to go up. I'm a doofus. Wasn't paying attention. Mr. Stoats, what's up, buddy? How fairly I am in the realm of mean and spicy things, but otherwise, we're doing all right. In fact, we are nearing the end of this particular Oblivion Gate, which would be good because I've mentioned before that I don't love the Oblivion Gates. They tend to be a little bit long-winded, but that's okay. Because that's part of the fun. It's part of the Oblivion experience is like, you know, a wide diversity of things to check out and places to be and Jamora to spank. Ouch. Oh, he disarmed me. Look at that. He disarmed me, but my weapon rolled right back to me, so it all worked out so well. It's only the second time I've ever been disarmed. So I've disarmed bad guys twice, and I've been disarmed twice. Oof. Bonk. I say he's not too far behind either, for that matter. Give me your heart and your dominating touch. I want to dominate and touch you. Actually, we're very full at this point, so I'm gonna start dropping some hearts as a 21 hearts. I'm gonna start dropping some hearts as a breadcrumb trail to show where I've been, as well as the corpses I'm leaving behind. A small caffeine hit. Well, I guess it's relatively small because I mean it's I don't know how much is in like in a can of soda off the top of my head, but you know, smaller than like a cup of coffee or like a shot of espresso, obviously. Retaliation of blood. An espresso is shooting a 5-hour energy drink. I've actually never tasted 5-hour energy drink, but I've heard they are horrible. I've heard they're like horrible tasting and horrible for you, so I steer clear. But I'm sure there are ways to dress them up, you know, like mix them in with something so it doesn't taste quite as rough. But yeah, I've heard they're pretty rough though. Yeah, rarely do I want like a lot of caffeine. The most caffeine I ever drink is on stream. If I drink one of those iced coffee beverages, that is the most caffeine I ever take in one sitting. The most is those double shot Starbucks things I drink sometimes. Those are really nice. I love the white chocolate ones. Like, they're really good. The tall cans, I love those, but that's a once in a very great while indulgence because, again, so unhealthy, probably. I don't even want to look to see how unhealthy it is because I know it'll just make me sad. So I just chalk that up to an indulgence that I allow myself every once in a blue moon, and as long as I don't do it too often, then it's probably fine. What I would give to be able to knock this man and, like, have him fly backwards and fall off the banister. And then die to fall damage. But I keep trying the knock them down special move, that stabbing one. And it's a pretty rare one to make hit. And I try to go fairly light on caffeine. Just because, you know, I try to be mindful of my ever aging age, my ever aging elder status. And that shit does not get easier as you get older, obviously. And also with anxiety. Like, I don't have nearly as bad of anxiety as I used to, like, 10 years ago. But I've learned that, yeah, if I do too much caffeine, then anxiety goes right through the roof. So, just try to stay on top of that, make sure I don't overdo it. Too much of a good thing and such. Iliad Ruins. The preferable to the... Yeah, what would I prefer? Iliad Ruin or Oblivion Gate? I would say Iliad Ruin. I mean, I don't miss dealing with undead. Like a fuck ton of undead. Like, that gets annoying sometimes. But at least I can turn undead. And use that to, like, manage crowd control. There's no turn Dromora to manage crowd control in this game, but they're squishier. The undead are so tanky. So I guess that is one trade-off, is that, yeah, there's the Dremora are kind of a pain, but at least, like, this is a pain, obviously. Oh my god, I'm getting swamped, but that's okay because, again, reflect damage didn't have to work for me. But yeah, the undead are so tanky, and I honestly don't really get, well, maybe I kind of get why the undead are somehow more tankier than Dremora, which are supposed to be like the top legion of Daedra, the warriors. But then it's like, well, I guess I can see what they're getting at, because undead, they have to, there's no like vitals for you to strike, you know, they don't care about you know, weak spots, that kind of thing. They don't care about chopping off their heads or severing spines. They don't fucking care. They're animated dead. Who gives a fuck? Down it goes. But yeah, I mean, I would rather fight neither, honestly. At least the Oblivion Gates look very metal. It's very striking visually. And the Iliad ruins are very whimsical, very ethereal, very blue and gray and ghostly, ghastly. So, like, they're very different. The 5-hour energy drink isn't so bad. An espresso shot's worth of caffeine, and then a bunch of other vitamins and stuff. I guess that's a fair point. I mean, I don't know what's in those vitamins. I just associate 5-hour energy drink as being a cocktail of chemicals, and I mean vitamins, sure, but I just associate as being a cocktail of chemicals, and it being like a questionable source of, this thing is allegedly gonna give me free energy for 5 hours. Although it has to come from somewhere, right? Like if you were to drink one on an empty stomach, it would probably make you shit the world, I'm guessing. This guy fell down, apparently. So, like, having one on an empty stomach would be bad. And I'm guessing it's not actually 5 hours, and that there isn't not some kind of cooldown period. You know, the advertisements, you know, focus on 5 hours without jitters, or you know, or like the caffeine withdrawal that you sometimes get afterwards. Like they claim to have none of that, but you know, you can make those claims. That shit is free to claim all you want. So I don't know. I guess it's all kind of dubious, honestly. Woo. Like, I don't know what happens if your body takes in 10 times its normal 10 times its normal vitamin B12, because it's a vitamin. So most vitamins, if the body gets too much of it, it just, you know, poops out the excess. So, like, I really don't know what it's all about. Also, Derek, who is actually not inept. Derek is quite the adept lad, and I know that because he's just subscribed to Super Hobbit, so you know that guy's got it together. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much, bud. When one door closes, another one opens, such as Oblivion Gates. Thankfully, they stay closed. That's right, Derek. Thank you, my man. That's very sweet of you, buddy. It's good to see you, my dude. The Oblivion Gates are random. Really? I did not know that. The quest-related ones are set. But yeah, no, I actually was thinking about that, because I don't really plan on doing any non-quest related Oblivion Gates probably ever. I don't really think I would, you know, sign up for more of these. I don't like hate them with a passion, but I don't really enjoy them, honestly. Just because you do one, you feel like you've kind of seen them all. But I was actually thinking at one point, like, yeah, if there were any Oblivion Gates that people would recommend I check out, like, oh, there's a really cool thing in this place, Alex, or yeah, if you do this one optional gate, it unlocks a side quest. Like, if there was stuff like that. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Then, you know, I'd be down for suggestions, but if it's all just random, then yeah, it sounds like I'm probably not missing too much then. Get back here. Hellscape look going for it. They feel more, they're more of a dungeon crawl. I mean, the Oblivion Gates are a mixture of indoors and outdoors, for better or for worse, whereas Iliad is all indoors and all a dungeon crawl for sure. So yeah, just caffeine and B12. That's not quite as bad. Not quite as bad as I thought it would be then. Because yeah, in my mind it was like, a little dubious, bud. Might have to dip out, Johnson. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. You got to get some rest. Rest up the body. If it's rebelling against you, no shame whatsoever. No shame whatsoever, because you gotta do what you can to take care of yourself, because that stuff sounds very unpleasant to deal with, honestly. He is in... Oh, he's inside of EPT. Eastern Pacific Time. That is definitely a real time zone. He's inside of someone. Yes, yes. Edward Peterson Thoreau. He's inside of them. Look out. People everywhere with their initials being EPT in shambles right now. Shrine of Dagon has a special one. Ooh, good to know. Eastern Pacific Transit. That actually makes more sense than Eastern Pacific Time. Now, if we're lucky, let's watch. Everyone watch really closely. Let's see if we find any dead bodies that get stretched out. Because whenever we exit an Oblivion Gate, there's a dead body next to it. Sometimes a dead body gets yeeted. Whoop. Kinda. It was, granted, it was a Storm Atronach, and those bodies can't really get yeeted, but like, there'd be a Daedrith corpse, and it would just get like, it would like get stretched out a whole bunch. So that was always a good time. That does it for that Oblivion Gate, by the way. Not too shabby. None too shabby. And I'm nearly out of Oblivion Gates, out of hammers. I'm exactly out of hammers. Extra pantaloon time. Now, you know, we usually like to discourage pantaloons, but I'll make an exception in that one instance, Elgaso. All the guesses are correct. Earning platinum trophies, EPT. That's what EPT time would be referring to then. Now, granted, if I was playing this on a PlayStation platform, I would not have any hope of platinuming. I would have no hope of earning platinum for this game. A platinum trophy for this game. Where are you going? Whoop. Oh, Goslowitz, watch your video. The game just crashed. Geez, I hope it auto-saved. It's car shit? Oh, gosh. Hopefully not shitting in the car like how Goslow said. Alright, so it's a good thing I manually saved, because we didn't get an autosave when we closed the gate. That happened last time, actually. I think 1 or 2 streams ago, we closed the gate, the game crashed after exiting the gate, and we had to close it all over again, because something causes the game to shit the bed. That's a weird phrase to use right now, given the circumstances, but something causes the game to shit the bed after I exit Oblivion Gates, like, 30% of the time. I would need to interact with others to fix it. My understanding is that there are companies that that specialize in detail cleaning cars that have had biohazardous things happen to them, so to speak. You know, say a child gets sick in the back of the car and unpleasant things happen, that kind of stuff. Apparently there are companies that specialize in like that kind of stuff. I've seen some questionable before and after photos of like, wait, what exactly happened here that caused that much body fluid to happen? Like, what happened here? And then I think about it, and I think, you know what? I don't need that question answered. It's fine. You can keep that knowledge. It's okay. I don't need it. So yeah, actually, you if you wanted to, you could interact with others to fix it, Johnson. But if you didn't want to, that's understandable. Burn the sheets, burn it. Yeah, what's up? What's up, J-Bob? Yeah, that's the shit. Literally, where that's hard to come back from, man. That's a humdinger. That's what we call it. I thought there was a second Jamora lad that we spanked, but oh no, never mind. Yeah, we threw him down, didn't we? After we killed his ass. So yeah, we killed that one, wherever he is. So I think we're good. Interacting with others on a Monday? Inconceivable. The hour is late and I am bound for sleep. Have a good night, Mr. Stoats. Appreciate you stopping in, dude. Hope I have better luck than... Yeah, I hope your sleep is restful and shitless. Or at least if shit needs to happen, that you're able to escape to the toilet first. Alright, now we get another opportunity to look at the Atronach corpse that gets stretched and physicsed out. And then I will save upon exiting the Oblivion Gate to ensure hopefully less likelihood of this game shitting the bed. So let's look up. No, I didn't see him. He's just right here. Okay. So I will save. Surprised it doesn't autosave, because usually the game is pretty good about autosaving whenever you exit one exterior cell to another exterior cell, or between interior and exterior cells. Usually interior to interior doesn't. But usually, like, if you're going between ins and outs, or outs and ins, it'll be nice, but I guess not in this one instance. Do I get more hammer repairs? No, I do not. About the same amount, actually. I just think about, like, the times I've like woke up and I felt sick, and then it's like, you know, then I go to the bathroom and take care of business. Like, I've never, maybe I'm lucky. I maybe that's honestly what it comes down to. Maybe I'm just lucky, or I've been blessed with genes that don't have as many digestive issues, but yeah, it's like I've never been in that situation where, like, it's like oh god, I'm waking up and things are happening. Like, it's never happened to me yet, at least. Yet. I mean, like I said, I'm not getting any younger, and that shit literally does not get easier as you get older. It's like Johnson. I think Johnson said, like, get that man to a doctor. Yeah, that might be like a legit sign of, like, gastrointestinal duress. Oh man, J-Blob beating my brother's GF. Oh jeez, that is yeah, that's hard to come back from, understandably. You know, first impressions and whatnot, right? The good news is that it's like, that's your, you know, your brother is the one that has to, you know, to I don't want to say deal with it, but like the one to, where are you running from? You're right, bud?
Like a bright one. Sorry, no time to talk.
Oh, she's a courier.
I have to deliver these copies of the Black.
Go and see what it is, but like, you know, he's the one where it's like that has additional guaranteed interactions, whereas like for you, it's like you don't need to necessarily be too terribly involved here, so you can just kind of wash your hands up and be like, you know what, I'm good. There's no specific things I need to be involved with here. Living her best life. Yeah, she's fearless, bold and fearless. Doo-doo, which I do appreciate. Appreciate. Let's see. So what was it? It was the something courier. There it is. No, that's not it. Night Mother rituals. So I'm guessing that's Dark Brotherhood, which we have been involved with. Fire battery was dead. Oh, interior lights. Yeah. A table that had a ghosty attached to it. I wonder what the ghosty means. 2.5 hour ETA. Oh, I gotcha. I called to make sure you were bumped up. 30 to 45, which isn't quite as bad. Tire pressure light came on. Oh man. Tire stem went on it. Wait, hold on. The tire stem went on a tire? Wait, hold on. Tire stem went on a tire. I don't know what that means. Tire stem, I'm guessing you mean the little nub upon which you attach the nozzle to fill up the tire. So I'm guessing that like fell off or something, because that's a deal breaker, obviously. Johnson, that's right, yeah. If there are gastrointestinal problems, Johnson's got the knowledge. That's right. And I know that I think Doodoo was saying they had some stuff as well. So we have a number of peeps in the chat that can help us out. Quirky, good to see you, friend. Have a good sleep, my friend, but I appreciate you stopping in. I fell behind in chat, obviously. Yeah, Crohn's disease, right, yeah. Yeah, because I understand that's like inflammation, I think, with some kind of part of the gastrointestinal tract, so that's probably unpleasant in a lot of ways. Just have a poop bag. This does not fix the Crohn's disease, unfortunately. The stems can leak, though. Okay. Releasing air completely. But not... Wait. It's on, but it's leaking. Okay. So it's like, it's still attached, but it's not holding air very well. Yeah. The worst I've ever had is I had a screw in the side of a tire. Well, it was like diagonal in the side of a tire, so it was like diagonal and tore the tire partially. So like it would keep air in for 24 hours and no more than 24 hours. So I would have to refill it every morning before going to work. This only went on for like a few days because I had an appointment to get it fixed up, but still it was annoying because I had to, you know, bust out my little air compressor and it was loud and it took like 10 minutes, which was annoying. Not if you don't have intestines anymore. Well, I mean, you were not wrong, Johnson. She warned us to be, not unprofessional. We'll say hobbyist gastrointestinal advice. Quirky says, wait, poop bags. Tell me more, says Quirky. Yeah, Quirky says, I know enough about Johnson to know that there's gonna be some goofy shit coming up. All right, so the rituals of the Dark Brotherhood will not be tolerated. The quill is mightier than the ebony sword, says Agnes Earnhardt. Earherded. Oh, I like this sensationalist abstract pinnacle of art, entertainment, scholarship, and ritualistic murder. The Dark Brotherhood's making a name for itself. Now that we are getting involved with it, things are happening. Instances of the macabre Black Sacrament, turning people into members of the Brotherhood. That's right. Documented in the rare and taboo work A Kiss, Sweet Mother. Created from actual body parts, heart, skull, bones, and flesh. Circle of candles. Get you some nightshade while whispering a plea. Very good. It's pretty similar to, what's the one where you look in the mirror and you say, you invoke someone's name 3 times and then she's supposed to appear. Something like that. Summoning of a mysterious assassin. Who will then receive money to kill an innocent victim. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, because we didn't do that. All we did is we killed somebody, then we went to sleep. And then this person presented themselves. We didn't have to... Oh, wait, no, this is to hire them as a client. Never mind. It's to hire them as a client, not to become a member. The NASA poke? Yes, I did hear about it, yeah. When my dad's big into astrology stuff. He was telling me about it. Or astrology? Astronomy. Astronomy stuff, sorry. Astronomy stuff. Whoops, that's a gaffe. Astronomy stuff. And he was telling me about it, which looked pretty cool. Frankie says, well, no, I'm not sleepy anymore. Try Googling DART. D-A-R-T. I've never heard of it, but I am curious. That is cool as when Atari did it, shooting at asteroids. I was thinking, like, the joke that we had with my family's group chat on my dad's side. Excuse me, on my dad's side. Is my sister-in-law, my brother's wife. We were talking about the asteroid thing. And she... replied all, not with a comment, but with a link to a YouTube video. And it was the music video for Aerosmith's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, which was obviously heavily featured in Armageddon, the movie, the Bruce Willis movie where they go to the asteroid and like mine into it to plant a nuke to blow it up to prevent it from crashing into Earth, yada yada yada. So like, yo, we gotta get Bruce Willis on retainer so he's ready at a moment's notice to fly to the asteroid and blow that shit up single-handedly like a boss. Summon melatonin. Bloody Mary, that's the one, J-Blob. Yeah, summon Bloody Mary, looking at the mirror and invoking her name 3 times. So Dart was the name of the set. Oh, okay, so Dart's what it's called. I gotcha. And then melatonin, right. Yeah, if you can summon melatonin through the mirror as well, through the mirror realm. Yeah, I have a couple friends that, yeah, they have the melatonin tablets. Some people do the CBD tablets, and some people like those too for like helping them get to sleepies. So that can be helpful for some folks, but not everybody. I know it's different for everyone. Contacting paid assassins and having innocent people moided. Carrying out this Black Sacrament makes a mockery of the Imperial Legion. I guess that's the thing. We're a Dark Brotherhood member, so we're carrying out the inquests of the Black Sacrament, but we're not committing the Black Sacrament ourselves. So we're fine as long as we're not beard hair. As long as we're not, you know, hiring people to kill and we're doing the killing ourselves, then it's not as bad. There it is. beard hairs in my mouth. Good times. Any citizen found in the possession of items related to the Night Mother ritual will be incarcerated. Property seized by the Empire. So, if we wanted to, like, you know, plant something on somebody and say, like, oh yes, they're committing the Black Sacrament. They got some Dark Brotherhood shit. They got the dagger. They got the Nightshade. They got this. They got that. Then we can be like, oh, look at this person. They were plotting some scheming. This is some, like, Dark Brotherhood satanic panic kind of shit. Turns out the asteroid is alien technology inside of it, Gundam guy. Ooh, now that's a conspiracy theory I can get behind. You know what? That's a very good point, Ogaso. All jokes aside, yeah, I think Bruce Willis does have some health stuff going down. So let's get Steve Buscemi in there. Ben Affleck and Steve Buscemi. I mean, that's a bro, like, comedy movie I'd be down for. Hey, Endo. Bam. What's up, Endo? Endo is the developer of that cool game we played on stream a couple times. Scholar of the Arcane Arts, I believe. And, yeah, how you doing, Endo? I think I saw you in... It was either Dunk's chat or it was Alias's chat. Maybe both, actually. Yeah, Endo is a very talented software developer, game developer. Oh, and Quirky with the Bomber friend. You got it, bud. We had Blue Bomber on here for a while, and now we get the Classic Boy. We had Red Bomber as well. And I get the Classic Friend. Classic Friendo. Switch him out, and there we are. In all of his splendorous splendor. There he is, watching over us all. Making sure we're all good boys and girls. Oh, I appreciate you, Endo. That's very sweet of you, buddy. Endo, I like how you said, I'm always around. Endo's like, I'm always watching you, Alex. Lurking in the shadows. Lurking, waiting, biding my time. What's up, JD? Oh, JD, that's right. Yeah, JD, you got it too. Yeah, I remember you told me about that. Yeah, that Endo hooked you up with the code, which is nice. Yeah, it's like, it's legit. Every time I see it, it's always like, damn, this shit's coming along, man. This shit is coming along quite nice. So let's see. So Claudius Arcadia is now residing in a cold, dank cell. And his house has become the newest Imperial Legion outpost. So next time we go to the Imperial City, there's some shit going down here. You got a grudge that won't be soothed, a score that can't be settled, you can always move to Morrowind and have the government sanction Morag Tong do the killing for you. That's legit. That is legit, actually true. The Morag Tong is government sanctioned in Morrowind, and you can do quests for them in the game of Morrowind. So, interesting stuff. Yeah, I am not terribly surprised, but impressed, though, that the Dark Brotherhood stuff, the quests we've been doing, and the events that have been transpiring within the Dark Brotherhood quest line are impacting... I hear battle music. Is it a mud crab? Where is it? Reveal yourselves. Foul beast. There you are. The foulest of foul beasts. Nothing more terrifying. But yeah, the fact that we're seeing the ripple effect of the things we're doing with the Dark Brotherhood. We have a Dark Brotherhood quest to go to the Imperial City and murder somebody. I don't think it was that Claudia lad, but it might be. Have a good night, Quirky. Thank you for stopping in. Did the good deed. That's right. We got Classic Bomber in here to watch over us. It's always nice getting to chill with you, Quirky. Hope you have a nice, restful sleepies. That sounds nice. I'll need to take a BRB in a short while to get some tea started and to get myself some water refillages, as I've been slurping water like a champ. I need to... Let's see, what time is it right now? It is 11 on the PM. Let's wait for a bit, because we need the count, or I guess countess, to be around so we can be like, hey, by the way, that Oblivion Gate we're talking about, it's a non-issue. It has been dealt with. And it's still raining. I feel like it's been raining outdoors for a hot minute. That is the chapel. Where am I going exactly? Castle is this way. Whoop. We'll turn that in, and then we will do some quests for Leyawiin that take place outside of Leyawiin, such as some of the actually,
Seeing you again is like, not here.
she doesn't want to talk here. This is actually a member of the Dark Brotherhood, but she doesn't want to talk right here, apparently. just out and about in this area. Oh, here we go. This one, I think. But yeah, we have some quests that we... Cyrodiil. We have some quests that we gained for stuff that, like, for NPCs that are here in Leyawiin, but the quests themselves need to be done outside of Leyawiin, like some dungeons that are exterior to the place, that kind of thing. Here we go. Here's the county hall. One for making all the dudes. We were talking about that not too long ago. Like, if there was a way to fit them all in, I guess I need 3 more pairs of sunglasses that I can attach to my arm, my microphone arm, so they can all squeeze in here somehow. That would actually be really cool, but yeah, I have no idea how I would do it, actually.
Greetings to you.
Do I know this person?
The common folk of Leyawiin recognize your valor, even if Count Marius does not.
Oh, is Marius being a douchebag? That is kind of cool. It's a nice feature Gundam guy. Yeah, it's one I appreciate.
Leyawiin has always been a melting pot of races and cultures. Of course, racial and cultural conflicts produce inefficiencies and confusion.
Bing.
I fear Lady Leyawiin and Ladara Mothril plan to push the minorities aside and establish a bland Imperial-dominated culture here in Leyawiin.
I mean, yeah, can't say I blame her. Something with the loops, maybe, because they do got little loops. That's right, yeah, if there was a way I could hang them somewhere. The downside, because originally I did have them hanging on the microphone arm, but they hanged too low and they would, like, go below where the camera can see it. So yeah, if there was something, there was somewhere else I could hang them, or something else I could hang them off of. That would be nice, but yeah. I couldn't find anything off the top of my head when we were looking not too long
The
ago.
Count always says that Leyawiin stands alone, but your actions proved him wrong.
Oh, there's both a
Well
count and a
done.
countess, that's right.
In these difficult times, we must count on persons such as you to secure our borders from bandits and rabble-rousers. We all profit by your lawful pursuit of the unlawful, and we encourage you to attack, burn, loot, and destroy them wherever you can.
When she said, in these difficult times, I felt like I was transported back to 2020. In these unprecedented times, every corporate statement everywhere. These are unprecedented times. In
With
these
regular
unprecedented
Lentius
times,
for a father, what do you
etc.,
expect
etc.
from Gellius? The acorn never falls too far from the tree.
an S-clip on the bridge of the sunglasses, hang 2 with the loop. Like from like around, like, well, you can't really see where my hand is, but like, yeah, somewhere like around here. Yeah, there might be a way to do it. Yeah, I could do some research.
Good day.
Good day. So we gotta find the actual dude. Where's the actual dude?
My. Are you an adventurer?
I sure am.
Isn't the toast of Leyawiin? How can I help you?
Just more water. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's actually a good point, Derek. Yeah, because we don't have swift swim in this game. We don't have, or at least I don't think we do. We don't have like, the Argonian swimming ability, that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff this game doesn't have, sadly, that I assume that Skyrim also does not have. So yeah, that would be nice. Water walking was fun. There is water walking in this game, though, I think. Unless you're saying there is not in Skyrim, which would be a shame.
Leyawiin is in a state of transition. It has long been a respected county, making moderate cultural and economic contributions to the Empire. However, Leyawiin must move toward the mainstream of Imperial culture, both in trade and in political affairs.
That's why she was saying, like, oh, it's going to become a more bland Imperial stronghold. It's like, oh, that's kind of lame, because I feel like the towns with more weird, diverse characters are more fun. Mr. TriStar, welcome back, buddy. Boat buying, and ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I didn't realize in Daggerfall you could buy a boat, but I'm fucking down. That sounds dope.
Lady Alessia frowns on her staff talking.
Oh, we've already talked about that before.
The dividing line is a good place to buy a sharp blade.
A sharp blade.
I think I hear Milady calling.
Alright, so you need to find the Count. I don't know where he is, but I'm guessing he actually might be walking around the town. Let's do this. It actually doesn't have an indicator for where. We don't need necessarily to talk to the dude, but it would be in our best interest to do so, just to make sure. Well, actually, yeah, we do have to talk to him because we need them to commit to sending allies to Bruma. So we have that. And then there was something else that we were to get for the lad. For the count. He had us, like, agree to some other side quest, and I can't remember which one it is. Was it this one? Yes. Yeah, Marius asked me to find out why she is there, report back to him. Yeah, that's why. So really I need to find where that person is then. Okay, so he's probably in the middle of town then. Because there's the orc.
Hi there.
The claimed knight.
Go tell Weebam I want to see him. That's Sir Mazoga to you.
Pirate roleplay and like Elder Scrolls 6. I'd be down, yeah, absolutely.
Shiravi runs a good inn, but she's awful with her sisters.
Something like it. Wish they had something like it. Or the generic guards will recognize you. Oh, you wish they had something like the Black Horse. Yeah, the Black Horse Courier. Yeah, I'm kind of sad they didn't include that or something like it in Skyrim, since it seems like it's a pretty cool feature in this game. But it's a great way to enter a fuck ton of debt. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I guess it depends on how expensive it is. I'm actually impressed that you would be able to accrue debt in that game and presumably pay it off in payments as opposed to having it be all at once, which is how I think it would be in this game and Morrowind with making big purchases. This is Weebam Na's place. No, I need to find the Count because I'm supposed to, like, tell him why we're looking for this person. I thought he'd be maybe walking around town, but I guess we'll just go back to the castle and wait for him because he'll be here eventually, probably. Got a link of something that might... Okay, cool. Thank you, Johnson. Yeah, I'll give it a quick look-see later on tonight because if there was a way, I would be down for suggestions. Woodworking skills.
Hello.
If I had woodworking skills, admittedly I do not, but I'm sure there are ways, ways to make these things work. And of course, even if I don't have any skills, people with more talented skill sets than I would have made similar things. Like there's always YouTube tutorials, that kind of thing. Here he is.
Oh, I hope you've been successful.
I have been.
Well, with the Oblivion Gate near Leyawiin closed, I suppose the immediate threat is lessened. I will
displaying necklaces.
Let no one say Leyawiin did not do its part.
We'll just say it's a small, stretchy, elastic necklace. All of these. They all could be worn as necklaces if I had a very thin neck. So it totally counts.
I have given you the help you asked for. Bruma's fate is out of my hands.
Thanks, fam.
I don't think I like that question. How did a Dark Elf become Count Cheydinhal? King Helseth and Berenzia have considerable influence, and Helseth and Indaris are cronies. Get it?
Alright, so he doesn't really care anything more about the Argonian that this knight out here is seeking. So he said to report back when we find out what this knight person is looking for, like what she wants. Now that we know, we don't necessarily know why she's looking for him, but we want to continue it further before we decide on telling the dude about it. It's some good jerry-rigging, that's right. Just slap it together and see if it works. It doesn't have to be pretty, it has to get the job done. Let's sell some things. Of course, I am once again very much encumbered. Not over-encumbered, but I am encumbered. I have just the right amount of cumbered. So let's sell a bunch of things, and then yeah, we'll look for some other areas nearby for us to head to so we can continue with questings.
It's my pleasure.
Look at this person just chilling. It's like, yes, I work here. All three of us just stand behind the counter now. That's what we do.
Best prices? Right here at Gundala's Best Goods and Guarantees. Never an unhappy customer. Huge discounts to qualifying patrons.
Qualifying patrons. Cumber me, daddy. You got it, Ogasa. Or Arctic, whatever your name is.
You're the one they...
I'm the hero of Kvatch, although I'm also the hero of Leyawiin because we just closed the gate and all that
May I
jazz.
interest you in some of my fine
We
wares?
just did the cool guy shit. Doing some cool guy shit, you know how it is. Sell a bunch of crap that I don't need. Storms. I think we found a better storm-resistant, electric-resistant thingy. Paralysis. Oh, we got that one, I think. My poor helmet is sad. Oh wait, we gotta buy more hammers, that's right. Gotta buy more hammers for my sad helmet. Or if I endurance, get it out of here. We have some potions to sell and some poisons to sell as well. Elgaso, Arctic, yeah, whatever his name is, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that all of my mods are the same person or secretly the same person. I mean, I've never met Arctic or Elgaso or... Well, okay, I have met Zing in person, but most of my mods I've not met in person. So if many of you were an amalgamation of, with like different heads and different pairs of hands typing into different keyboards, like a big flesh monster moderator golem, I would not have enough proof to discount the theory. But yeah, it's tricky though, because I do know where I have met Zing. In fact, I know where he lives. I know where he sleeps at night. I know where he rests his head. He cannot escape me, despite his best efforts. I'll never forget that. Like, yeah, because he bought a house a couple years ago, and he invited a bunch of us over, like, you know, St. Louis streamer buddies, over for a housewarming party, and he sent me the address. I was like, bro, I could walk to your place. Like, holy shit. He didn't like really mention where it was. He just like sent me the address. I was like, no fucking way. What are the odds, man? It's just kind of funny that worked out. So the fool revealed to me his location, his spawn point. And I was like, yes. Actually, paralyzed is pretty good. 7 seconds. That's an eternity when you're paralyzed. Holy shit. Sell all that. An excellent bargain. Chameleon. 15. Actually, 15 is just enough for us. Singularity McDonald's nugget chicken. I've never seen that, actually. Or they're all, like, melted together or, like, fused together. I've not seen this, but I can assume what's going on there. If the Dark Brother... You're right, Johnson, you're right.
Fine.
Who knows what that could what that could entail.
An excellent bargain.
I have a lot of void salts. I'm going to sell 11 of them. Where your bedroll is. That's right. You done goofed? Damn, I haven't heard that phrase in a minute. All nuggets come from the same... Oh, I thought you were saying like there was a... I thought you were implying, Arctic, that there is like a post on Reddit somewhere where somebody bought like a 10-piece nugget and what they got was like a blob that was all like a mega nugget. The mega nug. I thought that's what you were getting at, and I was about to get excited.
You got a great deal.
But it's just all from a singular, ever respawning or ever regenerating mutant chicken lad. That's probably more realistic than, well, equally silly to my a mega nugget chicken theory. Sell all the shit, by the way. Everything we can sell, get it out of here.
A good bit of gold.
A good bit of gold. So most of these are for spells that we don't really have any need for. Yeah, harvesting the regenerating tumors. Much like how in everyone take a drink, Morrowind. In Morrowind, how the corpus creatures are, so long as they don't get wounded to death, you know, they don't get stabbed to death or some shit, they live forever because they just regenerate wounds, or they regenerate like the effects of aging, so they're immortal. So like you can carve off like a chunk of their flesh, and so long as you don't like damage them too much, they will regrow it back and just keep chilling, keep cruising. So these are like some corpus chickens. It's Grimace? Oh shit, that's an even more spicy theory. Yeah, what if beneath that outfit, the purple lumpy exterior belies a fleshy lumpy interior that is just a oozing mass of nugget meat? This is a... Apologies to anybody... Oh, I shouldn't have sold that. What am I doing? Apologies to anybody who's trying to eat right now. It's probably not terribly appetizing. Tech life.
That seems
Soul trap, there we go. Spell absorption, that's good. Reflection, ooh, that's some good shit too. Goddamn. Soul trap is good. Keep that for now. Hard lock, no thank you. Back mule, no thank you. Million is good. Shocking burst, get it out of here. Oops. Spell absorption, even more of it. Voices of Rapture, Winter's Grass, get it out of here. Alright, now we're all... Oh, just a few more. A few more things.
You drive a hard bomb.
And with that, do you have hammers? Because that'd be very cool if you did. He has 25 repair hammers. I will take 10.
A bargain at any price.
He is a chicken nugget? Is that like his lore? Because he's so purple, and I guess I could see the nugget shape, but he's like a big purple boy. Now, most of the nuggets I've eaten, like 80% of the nuggets I've eaten have not been purple. They've been colors of the rainbow other than purple. What's up, Jimmy Changa? Complaining about your GPU. I do remember you talking about that, yeah. That was a while back. Pick up... Oh, that sounds fun, Johnson. I'm glad he'll be getting back into town. Got the Oblivion Bingo, that's right. The Bingo Oblivion. Especially if he used to play Oblivion back in the day, so he might recognize some of the things that we have on here. Found a dropped scratcher. I don't know what the word scratcher means, but I'm guessing it means like a good deal on a good GPU.
Some of my wares.
Gonna buy a few more because I just powered through about half of those things. I mean, eventually our armorer skill will get so good where we won't even need to carry nearly as many, but for now we're still struggling. Have I sold any stolen goods? Not in a while, actually. Not in a minute, have we? Actually, I haven't even found a lot of stolen things. Got some stolen torches and some lockpicks, but beyond that, yeah, not a ton of stolen things in a while. So we turned in the Allies for Bruma quest. So yeah, send the soldiers, which is good. Let's go to Tidewater Cave, so we can then resolve the Weebam-Na, the other Weebam-Na quest. So we're going down this way. Go out this way. A real scratcher. A real head scratcher, real butt scratcher. 1, 2. Oh, you got $6. Oh, a scratcher, like a scratch-off ticket. Okay, I was like, what's a scratcher mean? Yeah. A dropped scratcher. So you found a discarded lottery ticket that ended up getting you 2,000 bones, man. Got a new PC. Excellent, Chimichanga. That sounds really nice. What a great, like, turn of fate, bud. That's great. The model after some kind of menu item. So the hamburger would be a hamburger. What would the bird lady be? Because I'd assume she would be like a chicken. Well, she is a chicken, but she's like a... Maybe she's a McChicken or something. Could you share some of the luck, says Johnson? Yeah, that's really remarkable and very, very good, fortunate luck. Because, yeah, some of us, it's like, oh man, yeah, we could use some more of that good luck, some of that good karma. Duck Roll is the McChicken, Grimace is the Nuggets. Interesting. I didn't realize the McChicken had been around for that long, but I guess it kind of makes sense that it's been a fixture for a long time. The IBS, yeah, it sounds not fun. I know Johnson has thankfully been, you know, very, very forthcoming about discussing that kind of stuff. I know it's a personal thing, and I don't want to like, I don't ever wish to pry, but I do find that it is, you know, it's interesting hearing that kind of perspective because it does not sound fun, and like it has many challenges associated that people like myself, you know, wouldn't necessarily need to consider usually. It's like I was just saying earlier, so far as I'm aware, I don't really think I have any gastrointestinal issues. So, actually, I don't even think I want to get close. I was gonna say I want to get it on my map, but it's like I don't think I care enough. It's fine. But yeah, I never have to think about this problem, so I'm very lucky in that sense. Cardboard scratcher. Yeah, that makes sense. Got the mega bucks. That's awesome. Gotta keep a list, Johnson. Do you have to like take a bunch of medicines like on certain days or like so many times per day? Because I have a couple friends where yeah, they have like the little like pill organizer things, which I'm sure are a pain to keep track of. And like holidays can be a pain in the ass because like, you know, if the pharmacy closes down for like a couple of extra days or what have you, it's like, ah, shit, I'm gonna run out of this thing by this day, so I need to make sure I stop by before this happens. So just, these kinds of frustrations don't sound pleasant. A new troll just dropped. We've never seen this kind of troll, and he's tanky as fuck. So now we're getting just reskins of existing monsters. Ajkalan troll. This guy's mega tank. Holy moly, there's two of them too. God damn it. I mean, I guess I'll bust out the spells if need be. The damage spells. These guys are tanky as hell. Oh, spin. It's a nice little spin maneuver. Keep going for the knockdown move, but I keep exiting their you know, range, their threat range. The reach. I keep feeling the reach around. Alright, one's out. And they are, so far as I can tell, not susceptible to getting stunned. They seem to not give a lot of fucks. Now, granted, my strength is not the bestest, but it kind of blows my mind that you can use a Daedric Claymore against a monster in this game and make such pitiful damage with like my blade skill is pretty high. So a pretty high blade skill, and not great strength. My strength is like 60. But a pretty good blade skill, not horrible strength, and an amazing, like really the best, so far as I can tell, vanilla sword you can get. With no enchantments, obviously, but still a really good sword. And like, I'm barely doing anything to these trolls. Like that's wild to me. That sense of scale is pretty unpleasant in that sense. Gluten allergies, TriStar. Oh, that sounds like a bummer. Because gluten's in so many things that, again, I take for granted. I don't have to, like, ever worry about that. But, yeah, gluten allergies sound very annoying. I'm glad that there's more awareness for, you know, celiac. I guess it's what, celiac disease or what have you. There's, like, more awareness for things that do provide gluten-free alternatives. But still, that's a huge pain in the ass. Mr. Woo, what's up, buddy? Mr. Woo, good to see you, bud. We're playing some more Oblivion. In fact, we just found some Nern Root. You know, it's a good time when the Nern Root is visible. Always good. But thank you, my dude. Good to see you, bud. What was Mr. Woo up to tonight? Also, let's get caught up on chat here. Open book about the stuff. Because, yeah, it is helpful, Johnson. It really is. In case there's other people that you know, have something similar. They have something to learn from. Someone to learn from, rather. It is helpful. Night, morning, and day. Oh, yeah, a whole bunch. As long as they help, that's right. That's a pretty good kit, though, Chimichanga. It's pretty damn good, bud. Oblivion level scaling, yeah, things just turn to tanks. That's just how it goes. It's annoying, but what can you do, right? Thank you again to Mr. Woo for that raid. I appreciate you, bud. Here, let me do a quick save, then I'm going to alt-tab. Alt-tabbing in this game can be a little bit risky, but I'm going to do it because Woo is worth it. Mr. Woo is always a good lad. And we got lots of nice folks. We got Kim, we got Domi, or maybe it's Domi, we got Glitter. Thank you, my friends, for joining in. Woo is a friend of the channel. He's a fellow variety streamer. He's doing some Subnautica, the new one, Below Zero. How are you liking the new one, Mr. Woo? I know a lot of people love the original one. I've heard mixed things about the new one, but I know the original was amazeballs. I'm trying to be sneaky. For coding, yeah, for software development, TriStar. That's a fair point. I mean, yeah, for lots of people, it can be quite nice to get into. Of course, I recognize software development isn't for everybody. I am very biased because I am a software developer and I love it, but yeah, I recognize that it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it can be quite lucrative because yeah, the demand is quite high. I would say now more than ever. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but the demand is quite high, as it has been for several years. Questionable things with the jellyfish, says Woo. Woo, do you have any clips you'd like to share, by the way? I don't mean, Woo, I need you to send me... I need you to dem me evidence of your jellyfish dalliances. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I don't mean that. Although if you do have something, then you know my personal contact information. So I got some. You know my jellyfish fetish knows no bounds. Now, if you got any clips that you want to share, buddy, if there are any fun moments from the stream, any goofy moments or glitches or embarrassing tragedies or amazing triumphs. It was a good time. Says, other than that, it was a good time. He became the suppository for a jellyfish. I was worried the jellyfish was going to become your suppository, so I think I'm okay with that exchange. Which would I prefer? Do I want to be inside the jellyfish, or do I want the jellyfish inside of me? They both sound questionable. Twitch had some weird glitches for a while. Yeah, I've heard of people... Whoa, 7 calipers. What the hell? Oh, that's right. The trolls were eating stuff. We did hear about this. The trolls will eat things. Eat things that they maybe should not be eating. But yeah, no, I've heard about that, though. People saying, like, what the heck? I've been following this person for years, and suddenly Twitch made me unfollow them. What the hell? So I've heard of that happening. KY jellyfish. Perfect, Glitter. Well, I mean, if it slides on in, then, I hardly feel a thing. I mean, I guess if it's all squishy, then I suppose it could do worse. Been on Twitch too long to experience it. I don't know if I've experienced it. I mean, I've never noticed that I've experienced it. I've never, like, seen evidence that somebody that I swear I had followed had suddenly become unfollowed. Maybe it has happened, I just never picked up on it, but it's yet to happen yet. Also, like how I just knocked that guy on his ass. It's a fun special move, but it doesn't work all that often. Now, granted, if I need to... Actually, I do have this. So, if I want some crowd control, that's a quick way to do it. Because I have really good destruction spells. I just don't use them too often because my destruction skill is maxed out at 100. So I don't have as much to gain. Whereas my restoration and my block and my blade skill have long ways to go. And I need to kill these guys because they might have eaten something that I am seeking. For a quest. Questarino. Heals, because I'm getting a little bit low. These motherfuckers have turned into tanks just like Woo. Or, I'm sorry, Chimichanga, I think, pointed out. These tanks is what they are, and they all ate 7 calipers, apparently. Specifically 7, for some fucking reason. Squidged for my pleasure. Well, you know, my pleasure desires require a lot of squidging. Let's see what that clip is for Mr. Woo. Let's save this real quick. Gotta head to bed, Dami. Of course, have a good night, my friend. Thank you for joining in from the raid, and thank you again to Woo. And all what do I call Woo followers? Wooians? Wooianites, maybe? Thank you all, friends and followers of Woo, for joining in. We're playing some Oblivion. We're in the midst of my first ever playthrough. We have a sad purple man as our playable character, so you know we're in it. We're in it to win it. 1 for each Tiefers, that's right. They're the absolute worst. That's a good point. They regenerate health as well, in addition to them being tanky as fuck. I mean, vanilla trolls aren't too bad because we outdamage them pretty handedly, but these like next tier trolls are something else. I like how that was considered a sneak attack, even though we were not sneaky at all. At least brown bears aren't too bad. For a little bit there, brown bears were a nightmare to deal with. Blunk. There he is. He's out. All right, he didn't have anything on him. We'll just have the goods. Just some potions. We're in this place not just for funsies, but for a side quest. We have been given a heads up that there is a Daedric artifact that or at least a Daedric gem that a few Argonian thieves stole and have hidden in this cave, and we need to find it somewhere. Although they made mention of the fact that trolls could maybe try to eat it, because trolls like to eat various things. So including apparently exactly 7 calipers. Exactly 7 calipers. No more, no less, exactly 7. So, we've got to work it out for us, perhaps. Hooligans. All right, hooligan is an excellent term, honestly. Big fan of the term hooligan. Least favorite Oblivion mob. I would say my least favorite for a while there was Will-o'-the-Wisp. I think that is still the case. That was an odd noise. Oh, it's a mountain lion. I was like, that's not a noise I expected to hear. What the shit? He just sprinted this way. Yeah, these things are fast as hell and really good at stun locking. Okay, now I can move. There we go. I swung twice that whole encounter. So Will-o'-the-Wisps were pretty awful for a while, and I think they're probably still pretty awful, although we haven't seen one in a while, so we might have specced out of seeing them. I'm pretty okay with that, honestly. Get some Sky Oblivion up in here. I know it's in progress. I know Sky Oblivion and Sky Wind, the Skyrim Morrowind overhaul, are both in progress. No idea how far along they are, but, you know, like these things go, these things, they take time. But I applaud the teams working on it, because it's, I mean, they're both hella ambitious projects, to put it nicely. I'm guessing they put it in a chest. It wouldn't just be lying around, probably. It's apparently a gem. It's apparently a very fancy gemstone. So hopefully I'll know it when I see it. Yeah, I've knocked it. That's what we're looking for. Yep. That's what we're looking for. Anything that's Daedra. Yeah, well, we get a lot of that in this game. And of course, you know, there are some Daedra things that are not too bad. Like imps aren't too bad to deal with. Oh, what's this? I'm Nocturnal. There it is. Wow, it's like fancy. I thought it was gonna be like a small little gem. This is a big undulating device. Unexpected. But befitting for a Daedra, I suppose. A Daedra Lord. A Daedra deity. Yeah, imps are Daedra, Atriox obviously, Clan Fears, like pretty much anything you see in Oblivion Gate in any part of the game. It all counts. Is there anything else in here? I'll explore this path. I guess I might as well. Have a good night, Woo. Thanks for hopping out, rather, bud. Gonna dip and unwind. Completely understandable. I know it is getting kind of late for some time zones. So no shame for people that gotta hop off. I totally understand. But I do appreciate the raid, and like I said, I appreciate all the nice homies, the hooligans that joined in. Again, I love the term. Woo's a good lad, man. Woo's a good lad. Or I guess Wooligans, rather. He's a good dude. He plays, like I said, he plays a lot of cool games. He's a fellow variety lad. Has a nice taste in the games that he plays. Has a pleasant voice. Head is capable of some very impressive impressions, as we just heard earlier. So if that doesn't sell you nothing, well, this man is awesome. This man is awesome. Speaking of Detect Life, I should do that from time to time. What are my current gloves? Battle Mage. Alteration, Destruction, Conjuration. Yeah, that probably is better. I mean, this would give way more defense, but... Oh, wait, those are my greaves. Where's the goods? The gauntlets we just picked up. Here we go. So it's way better armor, and Detect Life is nice, but I would say the boons to my other attributes would probably be more worthwhile for me. Hit your funny bone in your elbow, JD, all too well. There's nothing funny about it, is there? It is not pleasant. Athletics increase, good. I feel so athletic. I can like see, I can see little blips through something from under the water. It's just through these little spires. Let's get the hell out of here now that I've explored. What's the name of the knee equivalent? That's a good question, because yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, it's not a bone, it's like a nerve you're hitting. When it's the funny bone, it wouldn't shock me if there was something similar in other joints or on other joints. That shit hurts and it's miserable. I do not doubt it. It sounds unpleasant. Whoop. There's our way out. Trolls. The janky regen. Of course, Will-o'-the-Wisps, yeah. And the Adoring Fan. Now, I don't think I've found the Adoring Fan yet. I didn't realize it was in this game. I thought it was Skyrim. So apparently I've got that to worry about, because apparently he's like a fucking menace. I've heard he's so annoying. Hence the name. Let's head on back. Actually, I could just fast travel. We've already walked this path. Back to the shrine. That's his secret member. Ooh, I like this lore we've come up with.
You have been set on a path. Follow it.
All right, we have to turn it in here. The side of my character? You mean this handsome purple man? This sad purple man who is... Here, I'll give you the better view. The objectively better view. There we go. There's the full experience. I'll give you the side profile too. I think the side profile really tells a story. Now, it's not a story with a happy ending, but it is a story. My headcanon is that he got hit by like a softball, like straight on, and it partly caved in his skull as like an infant. And his parents like never took him to the hospital. They were like, he'll walk it off, it's fine. And you could visually see his like head was like morphed by the impact, because his parents were irresponsible. So it's a little baby Sadge. That's actually his name, Sadge Maroon. So quite fitting, I would think. Also need to repair my shit because we got everything broked. Everything done did broke. Do I know why it's called the Adoring Fan? I'm guessing you like after a certain point in the story, once you gain a certain amount of influence and fame, I'm guessing you acquire him against your will at some point as part of the main story or something. But I don't know. I don't know for sure.
And I once again see into the darkness that is your world.
Sad Thanos, there you go.
We mock the thieves, for bitter is their loss. You, mortal, may take this. It shall open the secrets of dark places for you.
Open your dark places for me, lady. Thank you. It's a sad Thanos. There's an Easter egg about the Adoring Fan. Caesar and Thanos with an angry love child. He's not terribly angry. He's more sad. Although maybe they were angry when they had the love child. Got swapped out for a cherry tomato. Yeah, we've been calling him a bruised tomato for a while. Jay Leno, not Caesar. Well, yeah, the chin, right? The prominent chin. Excellent. Excellent. So we got a skeleton. Oh, I've heard about the skeleton key. Now, granted, I don't know if we really need it because we have, pretty gosh darn good unlocking abilities already, but that's nice. I'm guessing it's probably like a really good lockpick. But I mean, yeah, I have spells to unlock things for me almost entirely. And we have, like, how many lockpicks do I have? 225 lockpicks. I think we're all right. Not exactly struggling right now.
Blessed are you. How may I serve you?
The Imperial City. I don't know who it is. You're right, I do not know.
I tried the chapels. They're a waste of time.
Oh, from the nose. But yeah, the side profile, that chin, dude. The crimson chin. Or the maroon chin at this point. So it just never breaks. That's pretty convenient then. So I could just sell all these other ones. Right, fence that one, but sell all these other ones. Granted, it's a value of nothing, or a weight of nothing, but still. You don't need anymore, which is nice. Cats are fed. Oh, that's very sweet. The crimson chin. Yeah, this is the purple version. The maroon version, I suppose. Alright, so now let's warp then back to Leyawiin proper. Because we can do the other quest that involves Wibamna. Bring him to that orc knight person that apparently really wants that person alive. However, I'm going to take a brief BRB because Dexter Dog wants to go outside. He's being a good boy. He's giving me the look. The Dexter Dog look. All dog owners in the chat. You all know when your dog gives you the look that says, outside please, maybe. I'm going to take a brief BRB. I'm gonna resolve Mr. Doggy of his outside he needs. He's an old pupper. That's right. He is old. He is like 14 years old. He's a 14-year-old puppy. So it's all relative, obviously, but he's an old pupper. We're gonna heed his wishes. I'm gonna save here because again, alt tabbing can get scary. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna put up the BRB screen and I shall return. But thank you, TriStar. That's very sweet. You're always very like complimentative. You're always very encouraging, and I appreciate that, buddy. And need a fence. Do I need a fence? I guess maybe.
Want to hear a Khajiit joke?
Khajiit joke. I mean, I don't, but my curiosity. All right, tell me.
Why do Khajiit lick their butts?
The options, I know you can't see it, are why or I heard that one. Why?
To get the taste of Khajiit cooking out of their mouths. A real thigh slapper, that one, eh? I heard lots others, only I can't remember them.
A real comedian. A real comedian out here. I apparently just woke up, says Black Magic's. Well, it's morning in some definition, at least. Reading it aloud, right. Then I know what you mean, Trust. I know it's a tricky balance because, like, yeah, you want to give each comment the light of day, right? Like, you want to make sure people truly feel like their contributions to the chat are valued because they are valued. You know, to me at least, it's like people are here chilling. They could be doing anything else. They'd be watching any other stream. So I want to make sure that that when someone contributes to the channel, that they feel like they're like it's like they're getting respected and that they get their contributions. Respect, or not even respected, but like there's a word for it, but just being given the proper time of day. And I think how nice it is when I'm watching a streamer I really like and they read my comment out loud and it's like, oh, Senpai noticed me. It's a nice feeling. So it's like I've been on both sides of that equation so many times, but it's still something I'm still figuring it out, right? Like I'm still figuring out the right ways to do it and the right ways to lead the discussions and how much to comment on, how much to say versus moving on quickly and not moving on too quickly and not droning on forever.
Like you don't know me.
Some of us streamers we're known for talking a lot, maybe even talking too much, and I think my Midwestern isms lend to that sometimes. I think us Midwesterners, we're known for gabbing. We're known for our gabs. And I wish to not let it dominate too harshly.
Well met.
Have I not met this person?
Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you?
Hero of Kvatch, you know it. Oh, that's sweet, Johnson. That Joey had a good night call. Hope he's doing well, and I hope J-Bone's ready for some Joe guests in the future. Your effort is noticed. Well, thank you. TriStar. Like I said, you're always so encouraging, man. I appreciate you, buddy. Mysticism increased. I'm trying to find this person's house. But no, TriStar is always like a good homie. Always very encouraging. Always very very good to have in your corner. Feels good, man. Feels good. You were trying to get the foot emote to work. I still remember when GV added that emote. It was a delightful shitpost that some people would say went too far. I say it didn't go too far enough.
What do you want?
Now, will she rat out Weebamna?
Maybe Weebamna told you how we got all the rats here in Leyawiin. It's not so bad. He's been killing them for months. Bye.
Funny, I know TriStar's a fellow camo friend. If anybody else likes chamomile and you're looking for a new chamomile to try, that's Celestial Seasonings, honey vanilla chamomile. It's pretty dang good.
I'm Weebamna. What do you
It's pretty gosh dang good. Talk about Leyawiin, then we need to talk about Mazoga, the orca.
Have you seen all the rats around here? It's making me crazy. First, this guy decides he's gonna make $1 million. Opens a fancy restaurant. Rats in a cream sauce, rat flambe, rat necrom with bone meal gravy, deep fried rat, lemon rat and wild rice, rat ragu with powdered deer penis. Of course, when the guard found out, they ran his sorry butt right out of town. But they left the rats Rats.
Boy, there's a lot of words that I want to say, but I don't know where to start. For one thing, I don't think we've seen a single rat in this game in like several streams. We leveled way out of seeing them. But maybe if we would have come here much earlier on, we would have seen them everywhere. Sorry, and I lost it at bone meal gravy. Can you fucking imagine getting just... I guess bone meal is the equivalent of bone marrow. So I guess it's not that weird. It's weird, but it's not like that unheard of. But the deer penis. I'm never ready for the deer penis. Yeah, no, I know. No, I'm gonna do it. Don't worry, I'm doing it. Quote, add, I'm never ready for the deer penis. D-E-A-R? Well, the deer penis. No, this one. There we go. We got it. We got it. Fun to talk with. Well, thank you, Johnson. You're very considerate. Well, you're very considerate as well, buddy. No, you're very encouraging and always an absolute joy. And so too is Johnson, whose name is literally Joy, so it's perfect. It is your namesake, Johnson. The goofy intro fighters overlay. It's a very goofy overlay. That's just a very fun to play with, but like lighthearted and low impact, like low maintenance enough where I just set it up and it's easy peasy.
I see. So an orc named Mazoga wants to see me, and she expects me to come to her. I don't know her. I'd be smart to ignore her.
Try to resub to Warcraft, Mr. Black Magics.
I never learned anything by being smart, and you seem to be a right skipper.
I am.
So I guess I'll have to go see what this is about. Thank you.
I wonder if he likes us enough, like if he had a high enough disposition with us, that he went ahead and went for it. Although, he doesn't know this, but we kind of screwed him over because we stole his stolen good and returned it back to the Daedra Lord. So maybe he has no idea that we've, like, more or less screwed him over. He's yet to discover it. So maybe he likes us a lot, but maybe shouldn't. But yeah, Black Magic says he doesn't want to resubscribe to Warcraft. Was there a recent update that is making you consider it? That's an interesting route to take. Although he's an Argonian. If there was ever a person to take this path, an Argonian should do it. But no, I remember you talking to Black Magics about how, like, you know, back in the good old days, WoW was incredible. World of Warcraft was incredible, but that it kind of lost its luster on you for a bit. You and the wife used to play it, that kind of thing. Shivering Isles, TriStar, dude, I'm excited for it too. I'm guessing we got a ways to go, because I'm assuming it's best to wait until you finish the main quest. But yes, it is very much on my radar. Getting some powdered deer penis, Black Magics. I will maybe be ready then for the powdered deer penis, but I will make no guarantees. So now what's going on? They're just gonna look at me. Look at all the arrows this guy's got. He is ready to roll. It's an acquired taste. Johnson says I can make it happen, dude.
Won't take me to Fisherman's Rock.
Fisherman's Rock? Let's talk about it. Let's rock talk.
Won't take me to Fisherman's Rock. You know where it is?
Do I? I don't think I do.
The Argonian said Fisherman's Rock is north of Leyawiin, on a point of land on the east shore of the Niben. Take me there. Now.
Why?
This guy, Mogan's Windshifter, he camps at Fisherman's Rock. So you take me there, and I talk to him, and then we see what happens. You hear me? I talk to him first. No smashing in his teeth or chopping off his head. Understand?
We talk first, then we smash in his teeth and rip his head off. Talking, then smashing and chopping?
Could be. You know how it is. But not until I'm finished talking.
Julie, he'll be here Saturday. Oh, nice. No GeoGuessr on Saturday. Well, I'll be, if anything, I'll be doing GeoGuessr on Sunday, most likely. So probably not Saturday this weekend. I understand. Follow me.
The Argonian says it's north of Leyawiin, about 6 hours walk, on the east bank of the Niben. Let's get moving.
6 hours walk? You kidding me? God dang.
I'm right behind
Main
you.
quest first. Yeah, I had a feeling. Usually how these things go.
What are we waiting for?
Do they have human penises or reptile penis? I would assume reptile, but I've never, like, you know, taken a little look underneath.
Good luck with Mazoga.
I've never looked, so I guess I'm just missing out.
I am Weebamna.
I was hoping he would offer some advice on working with this lady. Johnson says, I'll do it. I have the power. The spiky dragon eggs in World of Warcraft. Oh, I sure hope not. For their sake. Ooh, sounds unpleasant.
Farewell.
He says, anyway, see you later. All right, so hopefully we have we have a quest or a map indicator for where to go. It's actually not that far, but I wonder what was Weebamna's reasoning for turning down the offer. Because presumably she's going to hopefully reimburse us for our time and not just, you know, be a stick in the mud. But I guess we'll find out. Giving birth in general just sounds unpleasant. When I think of dragon eggs, I have not really seen very much of it. In fact, I've only seen one episode of it. But I think of the original Game of Thrones series on HBO. The one that was, you know, a hot commodity for a good couple years there, and then ended with a less than savory series finale that not a lot of people liked. Really just the final season not a lot of people liked. Anyway, I don't know anything really about the show. I've watched one episode and I liked it, but it was only the first episode, and I don't have HBO, so I would have to watch it with someone else, or you know, watch it with someone else who has an account. Gracie has seen most of the original and liked it, but doesn't really want to rewatch it. Stinkhorn is here. So for her, it's like, kind of a one and done. But apparently there's dragon eggs in that series. And I'm also reminded how Gracie and I did watch the first episode of the new Game of Thrones series. The one that just came out on HBO a week or so ago. And without spoiling anything, there is a scene that is adjacent to the birth of life happening. That is, again, no spoilers, but there is a scene that involves the process of giving birth. Where did you go? Where did you go, lady? She just disappeared into the ether. Where did you go, lady? But, yeah. I mean, it's Game of Thrones, so, you know, there's gonna be blood. There's gonna be genitals. There's gonna be boobs. Sometimes all in the same scene. Sometimes within 3 seconds of themselves. So, you know, you get what you expect, right? But yeah, there are some scenes. There are some scenes that are a little bit much. And now Gracie's not sure she wants to continue, and I can't say I blame her. I would watch it, but I also wouldn't be like heartbroken if it was a done deal. Whoa, nice crab takedown. Apparently this is a tomb, an Amelian tomb, and crab battles. I fucking knew that was gonna happen. I was like, I'm gonna swing and it's gonna miss. I'm not gonna mean to miss, but it will happen. I'm on your side. Saw that coming a mile away. Let me hit someone that... someone that hissed? No, I don't know what that is referring to, but yes. Mysterious slurping noises. Jesus. Not missing out with HBO Max. Yeah, there's things I want to watch. I've heard the Chernobyl miniseries is superb. Because I loved Mad Men. I love the guy that played Lane. I don't know the actor's name, but I know he is prominently featured. So, there's things I want to watch that are on HBO, and I want to see the original Game of Thrones, at least up to the first couple of seasons, because fucking everyone loved it, so I'm sure it was good. Apparently Westworld Season 1 was really something special, and maybe some of 2. But it sounds like not as many people have liked the later seasons. Also, is this a bad guy? Oh, I guess we'll never find out because the game crashed. Cool. Hopefully it auto-saved relatively recently. Gosh darn it. Second crash for the night, bud. What the hell? Going to curse another being, and it sounds traumatic. Yeah. I mean, I can't pretend to be an expert on these matters because I'm about as unqualified as I could be for speaking on the topic, but yeah, it sounds and has seemed like it would be, yeah, genuinely physically and mentally traumatic. It seems like a lot. You know, some folks are down for it, and that's great. And we kind of need them to be down for it because, you know, propagating the species and whatnot. But yeah, I also totally get when people are like, you know, maybe that's not for me. Lots of stuff going away. I have heard about that, yeah. I have heard about some of the less than savory stuff, about some of the animation stuff in particular they've been removing. Some creators are really bummed out about that whole deal, and I can't say I blame them. Let's try this again. I guess I gotta manually save more often because autosave is not being particularly generous today. Drink up me hearties, says TriStar. I got you, homie. Do I know about the Argonian lore? Well, I don't know what hist sap would be. I don't know what those words mean, but I'm guessing it is something that is like delightfully disturbing. I'm guessing. I can make some assumptions. It's trippy sap. Oh, okay. So it's like it'll make you hallucinate, maybe, and or kill non-Argonians. What about the Argonian penises, says Johnson. Johnson says, I am fixated on these Argonian and or Khajiit penises. I'm assuming it would be more lizard-like. Although, I remember Off-World Devil pointed this out. If we want to like really consider this, Argonian women wouldn't have boobs because they would not breastfeed. Because lizards don't do that. Reptiles don't do that, rather. Look at this fucking asshole. Who invited this fucking dude? This fucking dude. Well, little does he know, I've got a homie this time who's gonna help my ass out. Hey, you better run away. Although I think she's fighting the clan fear that he summoned. We're smiting you into the water. Hell yeah. Be that heart. Rip it out of your sternum. Did she get injured? She got fucked up a little bit. There's a hist tree in this game. In this one, that is. They grew in a black marsh. Gotcha. So it gives them life. Interesting. A tree hive mind and the Argonians. Oh, cool. Yeah, I did not know that about the Argonian lore. That is some legitimately fascinating lore. Swing. Let me guess. Mud crab. Where is it? She sees something. Yep. Woo! See you later. Back to the water from which you came, foul beast. Nernroot. Hell yes. Woo! She just loves spanking these assholes back into the water, doesn't she? Alright, so right around here was when we saw the bandits that crashed the game. I'm gonna assume they weren't here to loot my gold. They were here to loot my progress in game, and they were successful in that regard. Kinda wanna fuck them up, though. As vengeance. Vengeance shall be mine. Determines their gender as well. They consume it and involves them. Interesting. You link with the hive if you consume the hist nectar. Alright, where's that bandit camp? I want to fuck him up. But if you're not a lizard, you would get murdered. So like, yeah, so it probably has psychedelic properties. At least for some organisms, but yes. That it could cause unlife for non-Argonians. Kind of makes sense, too, because I would assume their, you know, processes for, like, digesting, their nervous system, probably everything is pretty damn different. Cursed you with... Oh, right. See, I think I saved, didn't I? Did I save? About to find out. I know the stream also stuttered a little bit there. Oh boy, that's not good. Oh, okay. I mean, I know the stream hasn't gone down. The game is still making noises. Oh, it's alive. Holy shit. All right, time to save again. Game is seeming unhappy. It seems to be unhappy right now. So that means lots of manual saving. Fuck the Oblivion Gate. Well, okay, don't actually fuck the Oblivion Gate. Do not stick your dick in there. Trust me. Worst mistake of my life. So that's just a bad time waiting to happen. Okay, maybe this is the bandit cave, bandit area. As it's on fire, and it's apparently next to where we are going. Yeah, we saw... Oh, here's a dude. Oh, never mind. Hold on, what do you see? Oh, he's trying to hunt the deer. He wants to harvest the deer penis. We need a himbo Naked Men mod for Skyrim. I am almost 100% positive that a mod would exist because there's so many NSFW nude lady mods. There absolutely ought to be some nude dude mods. Found Fisherman's Rock, by the way. Never saw where the dudes are. The bandit dudes, but these dudes are here. We just want to talk. Allegedly. Let's save for real quick. But yeah, I mean, I know nude mods for Morrowind and this game. I have not installed them, but I know they exist. And knowing the attentiveness of the Elder Scrolls modding community, I am 100% certain that there is at least one mod maker who took great care at studying a lot of Elder Scrolls lore, reading a lot of the in-game books, really doing their due diligence to make sure they crafted the most exquisite of Argonian and Khajiit penises to be as realistic as they could be. So I know there's some motherfucker out there who's done that shit. At least tried it. That person just steal something? Who's the person we're looking for? Probably this guy. Yeah, I think that's him. I'm gonna talk to everyone else first, though.
Aisha minds Aisha's business. Maybe you should try
Gundam
this
Guy
too.
posts ellipses. I'm guessing Gundam Guy is saying, Alex, you're too slow. Is there one of them about it? Okay, so that's how they got the knowledge.
Remember me?
No, who are you?
The knowledge about the
I'm
Oblivion
Zelda.
attack. Oblivion Gates attacking.
You killed my friend,
Opening,
Ravindra.
rather.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a lying bastard. You killed Ravindra, and now I'm going to kill you.
And then, unsurprisingly, they started a fight. Now, she might get murdered in all this just because this is a lot of peeps. It's a good thing I saved right before. I was actually open to talking to more of them first. She's holding her own, although I'm getting stun locked into nothingness. It'd be really cool if I could disarm one of you. That'd be really neat. Oh yeah, she's doing fine. She doesn't need my help. She could have done this all by herself, actually. She took very little damage. Do what to the Oblivion Gate? Yeah, fuck the Oblivion Gate, yeah.
I kept my oath. Mogan's Windshifter is
Like if she's
dead.
still kind of poisoned.
Mogan's Windshifter had a gang. They robbed and killed travelers. But Ravindra saw and told the guards. Mogan's got away. But first he killed Ravindra. My best friend, Ravindra. That day, I became a knight and swore a knight's oath. I searched a long time and asked everyone. Then I finally heard he was hiding at Fisherman's Rock. So now you know everything. You helped me, and I won't forget. Take what you want from the dead. I came to keep my oath, and now I'm done.
Good stuff. Thanks to all the nude mods. Who wears underwear at the... Well, I mean... Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. When you remove all the armor, all the stuff, I mean, you gotta get comfy, right? So presumably there's gotta be something underneath those little handkerchiefs that they all wear. Does Vic have the best of both worlds? I think there might be some official lore about that. Didn't he remove his penis and turn it into a spear? And like stab somebody through the face with it or some shit? Or maybe he bit off someone's penis. I don't know. Vivek and spears and penises are all intrinsically involved somehow. Does he wear a bra? He does not. He wears very little clothing, as I recall. What's up, Corey? creepy face to join in on. Yeah, she's a little bit poisoned right now, but she's handling it in
When
stride.
I saw my friend killed, I swore I'd be a true knight and right all wrongs. So now I gotta do some good deeds. I don't know much about being a knight, but I'm gonna learn. Say, you did me a good deed. You ought to be a real knight yourself.
Even her armor looks poisoned. Like, even her armor looks green and sickly. It's interesting to me how she was like, oh, I became a knight so I could, you know, I could go on my knight's quest to restore honor and avenge my friend's death. Although I'm not sure if knights are really known for being vengeful. But, yeah, I mean, we'll let that one pass. If I try to call her on her shit, she will chop my head off and mount it on a pike. Keep it off Molag Bal's penis. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I knew that there was a penis somewhere inside or outside of someone or something. So yeah, that's a little detail that you hear about it, then you go, oh, okay, that's gonna be in my brain in some form for a while. Obviously, I didn't remember all the details, but it was rattling around in there somewhere. All right, so our reward is to loot the dead, and they don't have jack shit. Maybe this guy's something cool. I'll take your dagger and sell it, but beyond that, nobody's got jack shit. What a crappy bunch of bandits. No wonder they were like trying to steal people's shit. They don't got crap themselves to play with. Bunch of nerds. You see somebody else have like a dagger or something? She has a dagger in her hand. It's an ebony dagger. I can sell for some dollars. Yeah, okay, well, just a little murder side quest, nothing ridiculous. We'll report our findings to the dude, to the count, and he'll be overjoyed, I'm sure. Gotta mod this into Skyrim. Yeah, I like I said, I have full confidence that there are people that have very much enabled such things, especially with Skyrim, because the modding scene for Skyrim is nutty, in a good way. Mostly, I think in a mostly good way, because I mean, Skyrim is of course such a mainstream, popular game. Morrowind and Oblivion are both great, obviously, but I mean, Skyrim has been such a runaway success for the company that made it that the community around it is very much all about finding ways to enjoy it in like new and unique ways to enjoy that game. And the modding community is a great way for that to happen. Morrowind modding. I've been doing some Morrowind modding myself in my free time, and I can tell you that it is very fun when things work, but scripting is kind of a nightmare. I think for something that we were kind of joking about just now, you would need to get into probably OpenMW, which is I think like an open source I don't know if it's a remake, but like an open source, I think, at least engine recreation of Morrowind that would allow for more in-depth scripting and like Lua coding, that kind of stuff. I don't think you could do much of that with vanilla a construction set scripting. I think that is quite limited, because there's things I wish I could do with the current scripting engine, but the vanilla scripting engine in Morrowind with the construction set is like very unfortunately limited. And by that I mean, in the scripting language there are support for 3 data types: shorts, floats, and I think longs, or maybe booleans. Maybe booleans the third one. No strings, no characters. It's limited. But granted, 2001 or 2002, I can't hold it against them too much, but it is, you do feel hamstrung sometimes. Vivek is a trip. Accurate. Very accurate. He's got both parts. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that sounds right, actually. These people ain't got shit. Yeah, they got Elven. Well, the thing is, everybody at this point has Elven and Daedric shit, so we've seen Elven and Daedric so much in this game. But at this point, it's commonplace. It's also 5 AM apparently, so let's wait for 4 hours. I'm just gonna wait in the doorway and block everyone from getting in. Yeah, after a while that becomes blasé, which is weird to me, because yeah, in Morrowind, or presumably in Skyrim too, like you see Daedric, it's like, whoa! But in this game, it's like, who fucking cares? That's your average bandit. That's what we do. It's what they do. Best of both worlds. Yep, that's exactly it, Mr. TriStar.
Oh my!
Are you an adventurer?
I like how there's the Count and Countess, and then this lady is like
Know how to move in light armor.
standing at attention.
Anstea Sandu, Castle Leyawiin's steward.
It's like you gotta get through her
and
first to
advisor
talk to the
Count
Count
Marius
and Countess.
Gerald, in theory.
In theory.
Goodbye.
I hope you've been successful.
More like Pua scripting. Oh god, so taking Lua programmers down a peg. I like it.
Have you learned why the orc is here?
I did.
Such vengeance is a noble deed. Leyawiin thanks you for your service, and I have a fitting reward for such noble deeds. I address my offer to you and your friend. Would you like to become knights errant?
Sure, I suppose.
I have created a chivalric order of the White
Chivalric.
Stallion. Find and kill the leader of the Black Bow Bandits, the orc, named Black Brugo.
Brugo.
If you succeed, I will bestow on both you and Mazoga the titles of Knights Errant of the White Stallion for your service to Leyawiin.
Never heard the term knights errant before, but I'm supposing it's some kind of knighting nobility thing of some variety. I think I know what he's getting at for the most part here. Chivalric. When he said chivalric, Corey, I think you know what I'm getting at. When he said, "Oh, I want to establish a chivalric order," what he means is he wants to get a bunch of his homies together and do it like a LAN party where they all play Chivalry or Chivalry 2 for like 13 hours. So they just go for the order and then like fucking chop each other's dicks off, because that game is always such a trip, especially if you play on the modded servers where everyone has lightsabers. It's a good time.
Black Brugo is a menace to County Leyawiin. They call his marauders Black Bow Bandits because they use black bows.
Crazy.
Find Black Brugo and execute him for his crimes, and I will make both you and your friend Mazoga knights errant of the White Stallion.
If Jader invade, you get a sun influx. Yeah, actually, that does make a good point, actually. And of course, these Oblivion Gates have all these great treasures in them anyway, so they've acquired ebony and glass stuff too, so yeah, I suppose it kind of makes sense, but it's weird to me that Daedric and glass is just ho-hum, whereas back in the day it was like, damn, they got that good shit. They got that good. Prioritize the cats, Johnson. Priorities. I understand. The Oblivion Crisis. Yeah, so it's like it kind of upended the armor and weapon economy, I suppose. We call him BB. That's right. We're gonna get old BB. Wander the lands in search of adventure. Oh, well, that is kind of what we're all about, actually. We're a knight's errand boy. That's what it means to be errant. Interesting. How should we locate this
In her
lad?
shadowy past, your friend Mazoga might have had contacts with outlaws. Ask
With
her.
outlaws. Get some Chivalry 2. I've heard Chivalry 2 is good. I've also heard that there's another one that was like a Chivalry. It came out before Chivalry 2. I think it was on the Epic Game Store for a bit. The name escapes me, but it's apparently also very good and is a Chivalry-like that I've heard good things about.
What news do you have of Black Brugo?
Giant halberd, and then, yeah, well, the best is when
You'll be eager to be on
you
your
fucking
way.
chop someone's
I
head
will
off
keep you.
in that game. I had to clarify, in that game. And the noise they make is like this. It's like this gurgling, sputtering, liquid, like, gurgitation of juices and organs that is, at first, kind of like unnerving, but after a while becomes very funny.
A
'Cause you hear
master
it a lot.
sorcerer like Janus Hasildor inevitably outlives all.
Fucking a ridiculous ass game.
Must be a lonely existence.
I wasn't laughing at that person being outliving their peers and getting lonely. I was laughing at fucking Chivalry being
Knight's title
a meme
shall be
fest.
your reward.
Mordhau, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've heard that one's quite good, although I think that game is probably closer to this game. More of a single-player narrative adventure, whereas Chivalry 2 is a multiplayer fuckfest of swords and axes and armor and yelling and decapitations. Good times, man. Let's talk to the lady. What you think, lady?
Hello, friend. Thank you again for your help.
No problem. Hey, do you want to go murder more shit?
I know Brugo. Long ago, back before I became Sir Mazoga. I split a share or two with Brugo.
Well, we have an offer.
Brugo's a jerk. He's got a hideout in a ruin called Telepi. Every night between midnight and 6 a.m., he stops there to pick up his take. We're pals, right? So we'll kill Black Brugo and be knights. I'll wait right here until you ask me
to follow. That's Corey says that is all of my fetishes. Perfect.
If you're ready to go get Black Brugo, I'm ready to follow you.
Next time you need me, yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's go murder someone. That's right.
Let's go.
This lady is what we call ride or die. She's down for anything. She's DTF, which is to say down to find a bad guy and kill him. Like, no questions asked. Well, I mean, I guess there were some questions asked because we had to tell her about the deal, but she was like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna fuck this guy up. Are we gonna form a buddy, like a good, not necessarily a good cop, bad cop, but like Starsky and Hutch. We're gonna be like a Starsky and Hutch situation. There's really not really like a good guy, bad guy dynamic there. I don't know. We're gonna have a buddy, a knight duo. Where'd she go? Where'd my buddy go? Oh no, I'm so scared. See where she went. No fetishes, only cats. Am I going the wrong way? Oh, I guess I want to go out this way. Okay, fine. She's saying wrong way, dingus. There we go, Corey. Down to flay some corpses. Well, I mean, hey, they don't even have to be dead. They could be live people that we're flaying. Ugh, gross. Gotta keep up, Slowpoke. I say to the person wearing a nearly full Daedric armor, that shit's gotta be heavy. Goddamn. That's the thing too. Not only are their gear scaling with their levels, with my levels, but their attributes must be as well, because they need to have Mongo strength to carry all that shit. And this is a guard person.
Well met, adventurer. A moment of your time, if you please.
A moment of your time, please.
Perhaps you'll be able to assist me. I'm after some skooma dealers.
Down to pay the court a fine. That's what the F is there, or serve your sentence. All of your stolen goods and our forfeit. Didn't become a knight for nothing. That's right. Alias, hey, what's up, bud? We can absolutely do a Pokemon card pack. Let's hear about these skooma dealers first.
Led by a Dunmer named Kylius Lanavo, is holed up in the Greyland settlement, just up the road. I've been trying to catch Lanavo for months, but every time I approach the place, his lookout sees me, and he goes running. I need someone to go in there and put a stop to those fetchers.
Fetchers.
I don't care what it takes. We must get that poison they're selling off the street.
That's a phrase that never gets old.
Bring me Lanavo's ring as proof he's been dealt with, and I'll give you the bounty on him.
All right. One of these. I was thinking he was going to be like, yeah, I'll help you. He's like, no, just do my work for me, all right? Like, yeah, we're the city watch. Yeah, we kind of got to do this shit, but how's about you just do this work for me?
Don't turn your back on
and,
Lanavo for a
yeah.
second. He wouldn't think twice about burying his blade there.
And he's a fun lad. Fun lad to play some good ass games. Some good ass games. So Greyland is where this lad is. Well, we have some backup. Let's pay this lad a visit real quick. Inscription meets Pokemon. Whoa, now that sounds wild. I've yet to play Inscription, but I wish to. I want to, but I don't know much about it, and I'm trying to keep it that way, because I've heard it is best played as blind as possible. But yeah, that looks and sounds incredible. Inscription is very much on my list, but a Pokemon Inscription-like sounds nutty. Went for Pokemon Emerald. Pokemon Emerald, I think, for a lot of people is like probably their favorite. Because you have like the best of the sprite-based experiences, but you get a few extra generations thrown in for good measure. You get some good features. I mean, I love Red Blue, but Red Blue is pretty bare bones and pretty buggy too in some ways. It can be forgiven given how old the game is and how much they crammed into just a Game Boy original cartridge. Pretty impressive, but still. It was back in them good old days. Oh, we're not even gonna talk, we're just gonna go right for fighting. They're just marauders. I almost called him a mud crab just because he said he was gonna... He had fought mud crabs tougher than me. I'm gonna let her take care of that person. Yeah, for a minute though, I thought we were gonna like talk. Whoa, he just spun around and knocked me up. Knocked me upwards. Oh, and disarmed me. He knocked me upwards and disarmed me. That was impressive, actually. Disintegration. Oh, damn. I think I might have found a new weapon. Maybe he disintegrated me off my feet, and that's how he got my ass. So, yeah, this is better than my current one. So, all right, Old Claymore, you have been replaced. I'm not playing with you anymore. Pokemon Yellow. Oh, dude, the Pikachu that followed you around, TriStar. The classic, bud. Absolute classic. I don't care about the story-centric games quite as much. Oh, really, Alias? Yeah, I've heard about that. There are instances where you are expected to lose. I don't know much about it, but yes, it is. It has a narrative, and the mechanics evolve and change over time, and yeah. I'm trying to keep my experience, my knowledge limited, but what I do know is like, ooh, very enticing. I think I watched Vinesauce play a demo like a year or two ago, and I was like, damn, this is some shit to keep up with. But to Alias's point, yeah, I could see it being not everyone's cup of tea. But I'm pretty sure it'll be mine when I get to it, and I'm very excited. But knowing that there are Pokemon likes of it as well is like, what? That's pretty sick. Pokemon Gold was the fave back in the day. I really liked Pokemon Gold, and I wish I would have like stuck to Pokemon more. Because I played Pokemon, it was either Gold or Silver. I can't remember which one it was, but I played one of them all the way through, and I was like, that was really cool. And then I put it down, and I never played it again after I beat it. So like, and that was the last thing I did with Pokemon. I haven't touched a main Pokemon game in the years since. And it's like, man, there's a lot of good stuff out there. I never played Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, obviously. Like, there's so much cool stuff that I'm missing out on. So there's some skooma. Got the goods. So yeah, there's stuff I would at some point like to, like, you know, get into proper again, but I fell behind in my old age. Leaf Green. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, I guess Fire Red and Leaf Green would be a nice way for somebody like myself to get introduced to some mechanics that are newer, but with a familiar adventure, because obviously it's just a remake of the original Red Blue. So we'll stop by at that guy's place en route. I fought mud crabs tougher than you. Yeah, if we keep hearing about people fighting tough mud crabs, it must mean there's some real mud crab motherfuckers out there, dude. Spoilers about Pokemon Red and Blue, or Fire Red and Leaf Green being a remake of Pokemon Red and Blue. Yeah. No, I think that'd be a nice way to kind of get back into it, kind of, sort of. Because part of it is I'm kind of intimidated by how many Pokemon generations there have been. I mean, what generation are they up to right now? 7, 8? And I haven't played it one since 2. So, a little bit embarrassing. Silver Carafe. Sure, I'll take it. Weird for that to be just in a random chest out here, but alright. Oh, wait, is this where the guy picks up his stuff? She said we need to meet people out here at certain times of the night. Telepe. Yeah. You would make the foolish mistake of turning your back on me. Doesn't have enough charge, that's fine. I'm actually kind of surprised it doesn't. I guess it was already quite a bit used. Wow, yeah, that charge goes down real quick. Now, granted, it's just disintegrating their weapons, which isn't that good. So I just disintegrated her boots, I guess, which is weird. Disintegrate boots on strike. So yeah, the dude will be like hopping around here at some point. I think she said in the mornings. The early mornings. Let's double check. So every night between midnight and 6. What time's it right now? 1. So let's get just at midnight. And then hop on in. Gen 4, pretty good ones too. Good starter pokes, good design, good story. Well, because the Heart Gold, Soul Silver, those are remakes of Gold and Silver. So yeah, although I've only played it once, so that would be kind of a nice way to ease into. Apparently I disarmed her dagger. Nice way to ease into those particular games, if nothing else.
Hello.
Oh, I thought we were being homies. They were like, hello, let's talk. Oh my god, we're sandwiching them. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. Alright, well, I'm doing a great job of being a sponge. Damage sponge. Pincer attack, man. Unintentional pincer attack, but one I'll still take. Alright, well, I did a good job of getting my ass kicked. So, she did some good damage, I did some damage, but I was reflecting damage back at them with my enchanted items, so it all worked out. And this was Brugo. He was so happy to see us too. He was like, hello. By the way, let's murder each other. Or the modern design. Yeah, it sounds like that was like the peak for a lot of people in some ways. Do you like how he sank into the stairs, by the way? Daedric Battle Axe, which is pretty sick, actually. It's a pretty sick piece of equipment there. Canopy Helmet. Resist magic. Oh, that's pretty damn good, actually. I'll take it. Here's some cleansing. Cleansing poison, specifically. Now, I know I am at the nearing my limit, or the things I can drop. I picked this up, and I don't think I want that. I can repair my shit. So I repaired my shit. Good enough. Is there anything else of note? Boreal. No, I don't think I'll keep this, but I'm just curious to see what it do. Frost damage. Yeah, that's alright. Hello, now die. That is verbatim what took place there. So I think while I'm here, I will explore this Iliad ruin. However, I think I will call it here because it is actually... I didn't even notice, but it is quite late. We nearly stripped this man naked, Alonso. But it got quite late, kind of to my surprise, although I shouldn't be surprised because I think I took my BRB to get tea at like 12:30, so I should have known this was kind of going to happen. We'll continue this on Tuesday. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and explore the rest of this ruin. I haven't explored an Iliad ruin in a while, so I feel like I might as well. Especially since we got some backup. We got our orc lady helping us out, so might as well. And so no stream tomorrow, but we'll pick this up on Wednesday.